Perfect.
Yo,
Perfect.
what's up? What's up, Second Attack? Yeah, I decided to do Saturdays now because my Sundays are all kind of up in the air. So I figured Saturdays would be a better time to do this. Let's see who's in here. Just me and Second Attack. Well, let me go over here. Alright. So yeah, man, went to NAMM last weekend. It was pretty cool. Got to meet Av in person. Got to meet Something. Got to meet Sean Flexington, Bam, Vox. A lot of people. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Wagabutt was there too. I brought one of my buddies, Steve. He came along. That was cool. And then, so around 4, I think 3 or 4 today, I have a stream with Seamless. So I might do a second stream today because I'm doing a stream with Seamless, and he's going to help me on tonal balance in my mix. So that might be a good video to stream for learning purposes. Anyway, let's get to the music here. Let's see. My channel. Music submissions. Let's go back in time, because I don't even know when people were submitting. I'll just start with Second Attack today. And DJ Wraith. Gotta give a thumbs up, of course. Yeah, I'm talking to Seamless today. I'm gonna do he's gonna help me with some things, specifically tonal balance in music. So, yo, what's up, Mr. Kamar J Music and Aaron the Antagonist? Probably my niece. What's up? Yeah, I have some questions in regards to tonal balance, so I'm gonna have Seamless kind of help me on that, and hopefully people can tune in and watch the show. Tabby the Tablet. What up, Viral? What's good, man? The Phantom King himself. How you feeling, Viral? I think Steve came down with that sickness. Wraith deleted both his uploads of Overhead. Aw. That sucks. That's good, man. Yeah, Steve, I think Steve came down with it. Like I said, I've caught it so many times, I don't even notice anymore. I'm pretty sure I've had every variant there is to exist. Oh, you're still positive? Yeah, man, hopefully get over it. It hits some people harder than it hits other people. I was one of the first people at my job to get it. And I just had a headache and I was tired. But now, almost every day of my life, I have a headache and I'm tired. So it's like, I can't tell if I'm sick or not. Man, I was surprised when how's your family doing? Are they getting over it, Viral? Yeah, I am old. What's up, Wraith? Yo, Bam, by the way, I got something for you I might need some vocals on. And it's something new I've been doing, but it's a little bit more of a completed project than the other track I sent, but I got a lot of tracks in my head for ideas. Oh, that's good, man. No, I didn't. I didn't get your number. You can message me on the Discord or email it to me. I don't know if you want to put your phone number in the chat. It's not like anybody here is malicious, but just all these people calling you all of a sudden. Oh, that's what's up, dude. I need to upload the. I don't have much video footage, and that's like one thing I want to do next year when I go to. I'm doing a collab with some. That's what's up. And speaking of collabs, I'm still in the music mentorship process, and my music coach has given me the assignment of he wants 2 tracks every 2 weeks, completed, 100% finished, like ready to go. And he wants to get me up to like a running pace with music. But at some point, once I complete the mentorship, which I don't know when I'll be done with that, but I'm gonna start doing collabs with people. Yeah, man, sick track. I like what DJ Wraith did to this. Let me go back because I was kind of talking over it, but you know, I don't remember the original so much, but I do remember the impact I had when I went from listening to the original to this one, and I could tell there was a definite DJ Wraith kind of blessed the track and put his spin on it and really amplified the effect of how good the track sounded. So that's the power of collabs, man. Like, you know, so one thing my music mentor coach was telling me was that he said a lot of people do collabs, and I understand this. People do collabs because they want to learn from somebody a lot better than them, right? So you'll get a lot of times like somebody not as experienced with music trying to collab with somebody a lot more experienced because they feel like it's going to level them up. And it might, I don't know, but he said that what he believes people should do is not necessarily collab with people that are far ahead of you so that you can learn from them, even though that's good. He said collab with people who you connect with and resonate with, right? And he said you'll get a lot more out of it than collabing with just somebody you don't like but who's way better than you, you know, or you know, you don't connect, or I'm not gonna say better, but more far ahead on the music path, right? And so I was like, yeah, you know, music's supposed to be a fun process. But anyway, that was his advice. And I was like, okay. So point being is once I get some free time up, I'm definitely going to spend some time. I want to work with everyone who's in the chat and all that kind of stuff and do stuff. Because I think it'd be pretty cool to kind of get unified with everyone, you know. And I think it makes it more meaningful too. So anyway. But yeah, I like the track, man. Definitely, this is a good instance of where 2 people coming together in a similar genre and taste. And I'm surprised how fast y'all got it knocked out, man. That's super cool. Y'all did it. Y'all got it taken care of right off the bat, and it turned into like a nice track. So that's the power of collabs right there. So anyway, let me see what else I got here. Second attack. Let me go back and let me make sure. Young Eterno. Oh, he sent this yesterday, so let me go ahead and get Young Eterno played here because he's always submits stuff. Yeah, let's play this. Let me see what the chat is saying. The Wraith sauce. Dude, the Wraith sauce sounds like some shit you'd get at like a. Oh, I got pause. Wraith sauce sounds like something I wouldn't want to fucking fuck with at some hot sauce shop. There used to be a what's up, Fractal? There used to be a hot sauce shop down the road, and the guy Robert. There's 2 dudes who I work with here most of the time. It's either Steve, which everyone had met at NAMM, and then there's Robert. And Robert's usually in my like Instagram videos, and I'll like shout his name out. I go Robert, and I'll film him, right? And there's actually a really funny video of me like sneaking up on Robert. He pops through a door, and I scream at him, and I scare the shit out of him. Robert's a good dude. So there's a UFC fight on today, and he wants me to go watch. So hopefully I can get over there whenever that's gonna occur. But shit, man. Oh yeah, Wraiths. He loves hot sauce. Yeah, Steve's the man, right, dude? Steve's like the chillest, cool. Like Steve, man. Steve will. If Steve only has $5 left in his pocket, he'll give you like half of it or some shit, man. He'll break bread, you know. Like Steve's that dude, man. He's just a good-hearted dude. And so is Robert. Robert has like done so much shit for me to help me out. But anyway, let me see here. What the hell? Oh, Wraith sauce. Wraith sauce sounds like some shit that you'd fucking take a little boop drop of, and it would burn your ass. You would be bleeding out your butthole, you know? And you're like, oh, shouldn't have had that Wraith sauce. You know? Like, it sounds terrible. I'd try it, though. I would try it, because I'm a glutton for punishment. But anyway, let me get to this track here, though.
What I'm making is I don't know rapper.
Hey, what's up, Skydog? Sir Chump? What's good? What's good? What's good? Wraith sauce. My bing bong got destroyed by the Wraith sauce. You really should come out with a sauce or something like that. Advertise it, be like, DJ Wraith. Up in that ass.
I'm tryna blow it like a man. She wanna fuck, don't got the time.
Hell yeah, dude, man. So my boy Robert put me on to hot sauce. I used to not eat too much hot sauce, but he loves hot sauce. He just loves insanely. He did the one gummy bear challenge, the one chip challenge. He's always eating hot shit. There used to be a hot sauce place near here, and I don't remember what it was, but it had like a 3 million Scoville unit or something like that. That shit burnt my ass. Holy shit. I used to be kind of a huge puss when it came to like trying hot sauce, but you kind of get used to it, you know, and then you like it. Oh, here's the thing though. Whenever you start eating hot sauce, right, and like real hot sauce, that real shit, when you go eat regular stuff that says hot on it, dude, you're just like, what is this? This is the weakest shit I've ever had. This ain't hot sauce. Yeah. So if you start eating too hot of hot sauce, it's just like anything else. If you start sleeping with super hot women, like regular, I don't know if I can say that. That's fucked up. But if you just get used to like a certain level of cruise control, let's just say you like ride a motorcycle all the time. I was about to do that analogy. If you start riding a motorcycle like 120 miles per hour everywhere, dude, like 50 miles per hour is going to seem slow as a motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Ghost peppers, yeah. He's got that Sonic the Hedgehog sound in there. Hey, do you have a motorcycle, Skydog? I used to have a CBR 929 back in the day, but I had to sell it, and I'm glad I did because I'd killed myself. I wrecked my bike I laid it over quite a few times. Yeah, Sonic's collecting rings. Let me go back and.
Fucking fuck niggas sweet like some ho-ho. Hell now we can't speak, I'm not tryna meet. My circle tighter than some girl clothes. No, we can't get close, cause I already know last get told. Any nigga ride like Pinocchio. Yeah, that bitch, she gon' ride like a rodeo.
Nice sound effect there. It's not too quiet or not too loud.
Don't understand, like that bitch, I'm on a rap. These niggas be wild bad, cause I don't know.
Levels sound good to me. Like the sub bass sounds all right. You know what I gotta start doing? I'm gonna start doing what Av does. Av gets the. I gotta start pulling out the tonal balance plugin. I'm not sure how I do that, but that's a thing I need to start doing. Anyway, yeah, I like the track. The levels sound good. There's nothing like too offensive. You got like this like shotgun blast or something that comes in there. And a couple episodes back on Av's show, there was some dude who... It was you, Fractal! Was it you, Fractal? Yeah, it was you, Fractal. Fractal had a boo-boo where he had a track that was quiet, and then it goes, bah! Hit, like, real hard, and it scared the shit out of Av. So, anyway, he learned a thing or two. So it's great. It's a hard lesson to learn, but sometimes the best lessons are the hardest lessons, which is don't go from like 0 to 100 miles per hour with your sound levels. So, yeah. Oh, shit, what the fuck? Alright, let me get back in here. Alright, Fractal, I'm going to do this and I'll get back to you second attack. And I'll check my emails. Alright, you better not scare the shit out of me, Fractal. Okay, good. You started with a sound here. You started with a sound. Yeah, sometimes you do gotta scare people, though. I got scared yesterday. I'll tell you about the story here in a second. Oh, dude, I got iceberged so hard yesterday. So hard. Alright, so that was like it sounded like, yeah, it's an intro thing, he says. Yeah, it sounds cool, man. This sounds like something that would be on like an intro. You could do this for like an EDM track or something where it's like you're doing a mix and it's just this, you know, like a lot of old school mixes. Even nowadays, I'm sure I don't listen to a lot of as much electronic music as I used to, as far as like other people's like mixes already made and stuff. But back in the day when I jammed like techno and go to like parties and shit, they would start with this like this build up of just sound effects and stuff, and like you are in the mix with so and so. So you could be done with that. Also some video game stuff. Nice work. And I like at the end where it kind of you subtracted the low end and just kind of let it fizzle out. That's good, you know. Interesting sound design choices, and things like these can go really have a powerful impact when it comes to making music, because a lot of people, including myself, just do like pure beats but don't incorporate like the funky just machinery of sounds to kind of take you on a little ride there. But yeah, not bad, Fractal. Let me see what else I got here. All right, Second Attack has this one. It's called Overhead Original. Let's check it out. Oh, wait. All right, so I got to tell this story, though, real quick. So, Discord's not working. Discord link. Damn it, Bobby. Hold on a second. Copy, invite. Let me try. Edit link. Create new link. All right, I just created a new link. I copied it. Let me paste it in the chat, though. Boom. Let me pin that, though. Pinned. All right. So that should be the link there. So, yeah. Okay, so yesterday, right? I was at work, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give Facebook dating a try. So I did, and this chick hit me up, right? Play the difference. Oh, okay. The description. Let me see how. Okay. Let me see. I forgot how to do that. Let me update the description as well. So yeah, I was on Facebook dating, right? And how do I gotta go to YouTube Studio. And this chick hit me up, and we started talking for a little bit, and she was like, you know what, come through. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna come through. And so she was sending me all these fine pictures of herself, right? But there's a couple. So I'm kind of I'm a detective, right? I do detective work, and I was like, all right, her pics look pretty fine, but I was like, I'm gonna see if I can find her online in like real life to see if is she telling the truth? Is the picture she's sending really her or what? So I ended up finding her on Facebook, and I saw some other pictures. I was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, she's definitely sending me like Photoshop photos and stuff from whatever. But I was like, that's not too bad. But I was like, are those pictures like kind of Photoshop too? And I was like, I'm gonna go find out. So I fucked around and I found out. I went over there. I bought some Chick-fil-A, walked up in the house, and she was she was hanging out in the bedroom, and I walked in there, and I was just gave her the food, and we are just chilling and stuff, and She was not who she presented herself as. And so I had to create a little story that I was like, you know what? I was like, I forgot something in my truck. I didn't say I'd be right back because I'm not a liar, but I was like, let me go get that, right? And I forgot something in my truck. It was my sanity. And I went and I had to leave because I don't play that false advertisement shit. So I chopped out, right? In the most respectful way possible, as cool as I could be, right? So, but it happens, man. I've been iceberged so many times. You might think I was the ice climbers from Super Smash Brothers. That's how many times. Like, I climb icebergs on a daily basis. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta slay the dragons to get to the princess. That's what they say. That's what they say. So, I'm just paying my dues. It's fucked up, but hey, it's a fucked up world we live in. Okay, so that's good. Let me go back here. Hey, what's up, Destructo? It was a dude in disguise. Hey, yo, that'd be messed up. Like, I get there, it's like Destructo with a wig on. I'm like, Destructo, what are you doing here? I'm like, not mad about this now because it's you. Okay. Yeah, ghosted live. Hey, next time I'm gonna live stream me getting ghosted. So that way I can at least emotionally have some people here for me to back me up. Be like, don't do it, Perk. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Alright, so let's play this track here, though. That would be hilarious. That might be a good new live stream subject. Be like, what's up, guys? I'm going to show you into the personal life of a Perculum, how I get myself into situations that are hard to get out of. And I'm going to show you creative ways how to get out of being iceberged. If you're inside the house and you need an escape plan, I'm here to show you. Here's a live demonstration. You gotta play it cool, though. You gotta play it cool. You gotta stay cool, calm, collected, which I was. You can't freak out. I freaked out one time, and it became obvious, and it didn't end good. It didn't end. You gotta be level-headed. So. Oh, yeah. 100,000. Yeah, dude, that would be hilarious. I might do that, man. I might do that. That is a great idea. Yo, be like, hey, what's up, y'all? Today's a little tutorial video on how to narrowly escape with your life being iceberged, right? Like, I would, hey, yo, I'm gonna do like, what is that? What is that? Fuck, what is that? Like the crocodile hunter. I'm gonna be the iceberg hunter, right? Like, hello, today we're in search of the wild iceberg. I'm sure we'll find some. We're gonna get deep into the den. Alright, send me the link for the other one because I don't know if I have it. Yeah, watch me do this show and then blow up and then get my ass beat for doing this. This is the original. Let's see. Okay, Jiminator sent me a track, so we'll get into that next. Yeah, I think I played this already. Didn't I? Yeah, I think I played this already. Yeah, you sent that earlier, right? Oh. So this is that one, and then oh, this is just the difference between the two. So this is just showing like what Wraith added to it. So you got some nice synths there and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. But since I already kind of played the two tracks, I'm gonna get on to the next one here. Jim J produced Night Owl. Let's check it out. Yo, what's up, Lynn Enigma? Yeah, I would have to like start a whole new YouTube channel for that. Be like, I'm going on a date, and we're just gonna see how this thing goes. Cowbells in there. Oh, yeah. Got to give time for other people to get played. Yeah, so Alright, yeah, I can show y'all a little bit of the music mentorship. Let me see here. Yeah, nice track. I like the cowbells that you used in there. It's got like a very chill, nighttime riding kind of beat. Night out. It fits the mood, like the name of the track. So, I'm gonna show y'all real quick because Bam had asked. I'm doing a music mentorship program, and how I stumbled upon this person, his name's Vardy. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he specializes in electronic music, specifically like house and trance music, right? That was a area that I've always wanted to improve upon, and I knew I was lacking in it. And so it was kind of funny how we ran into each other, but Vardy had reached out to me he found me through my a Reddit forum actually, and was interested in some of the sound design I had done, and he hit me up and did like a little talk with me over Discord, and he ended up buying some sounds that I had designed for Native Instruments rounds, right? And so anyway, I've ended up following him on Instagram, and he was talking about his message really reached out to me, or like really spoke to me, and his message was, are you a producer who's been producing for a long time but you're just having trouble getting to that next level, right? And he said basically he's been producing for over 20 years, and he's an industry professional, and that he offers a service, and it's his music mentorship program, and he does an interview with you. Now, he doesn't accept everyone, right? And he does an interview to figure out if you're a good match for him, and if not, he can send you on to somebody else who he thinks would work well. He knows quite a few bit of people, but he specifically in the area of like house and techno music, right, and trance. And so I was talking to him. He interviewed me, and it went pretty well. And then he said, I think we'd be a good match. I think I can teach you, And then we talked about that. And then, I decided, this is something I want to go through with. I was really nervous at first because I was nervous because I wasn't sure if I was going to meet up to his expectations. He has a nice track record, and I was like, man, I was having a lot of self-doubt. I was like, am I worthy? Like, what if he says no? But I thought, you know what, I'm not one to cower at an opportunity. Let me take this, and if he says no, then he says no. So anyway, I went through it and I learned a whole lot, and that's where you hear a lot of my house tracks have come from, learning from him. And we're still continuing the mentorship, but it's an extended portion of the program now, and we're fine-tuning things. So he has a lot of students. You can feel free to reach out to him, but I'll show you just a short clip of like what it is interacting with him. Let's see. This is my learning. See, I got tons of freaking videos here. I got like Groove 3. This is Seamless. If y'all want to like learn, I got all sorts of shit, like videos from Seamless on how to do all sorts of videos. Seamless is like a huge wealth of knowledge here. Now, let me get to this. So this was Vardy and I's last video that we had done, and I'll play it here real quick. Hopefully.
You know what I mean?
Oh, well, it's not. Let me share, because I don't think it's showing up. Hold on. Add source, screen capture, window capture. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, I don't think y'all could see. So yeah, here we go. I have all our sessions recorded, so that way I can go back. But this is Vardy and I. Oh wait, is that the right window? Hold on. Oh no, hold on. Sorry, wrong window. Add source. Screen capture, monitor capture, window capture, Vardy. Capture. I'll just do the entire thing. All right. So this is me and Vardy talking here.
You know what I mean? We need to. It's not possible to work at this level because you're not only you're gonna get crackles, you're also the processing that's gonna be done live when you're pressing play and hearing it is not gonna be as.
So it's like an hour session that we do. And
feeling it when you buy a computer yesterday, the speed of it. Yeah. That's how it works.
That's crazy.
Nicole's computer, she bought it last.
Here we're talking about different things, but he takes me through, like, as you can see here, tonal balance is something I was working on, and he helps me fine-tune things. So if you're a producer and you're kind of in the dark and you're not really sure if you're getting professional mixes, talk to a professional, figure it out. Talk to somebody who actually knows what they're doing. This guy knows what he's doing, and he's walked me through like a lot of the things that that's part of his marketing thing. Was he was saying that, you look, if you're a producer and you really want to get to the next level, you could figure it out over 10 years by guessing and watching YouTube videos. But he said, this is a great point, a lot of YouTubers actually don't know what they're talking about. They put themselves out as if they're professionals and as if they know what they're talking about, but he said there's a lot of bad advice out there. So you could be following bad advice and shooting yourself in the foot, and you wouldn't know it, right? And so what I did was I reached out to him, hire a professional to get you on track on what works, right? Because the faster you do something that works, the faster you get to the level that you want to be. It's sort of like school, right? You pay to go to college, you get professionally trained in a specific area, and then you go and do that as a living, right? Because you've been professionally trained. Just like me, I went to paramedic school. I learned about medicine and all this stuff. Now I get to practice, and it's a job for me, right? And so this is something else I'm pursuing here. So anyway, yeah, it's like an hour talk. I'm not going to show you everything, but he's a really cool guy, and there's lots of people out there like that. So if you're looking to really step up your music game, this is the best way to do it. And he's given me great feedback, and yeah, it's been tremendous. So. Anyway, let me close that down here. Let's get back to the music. Yeah. Let me go here. Alright, so I want to fractal. Okay, so let me see if anybody sent an email here real quick. gmail.com. Any emails? Holy shit, I got emails. Lynn Swan. Alright, Lynn and anybody sent something in. Let's play it. Yeah, and Wraith is absolutely right. Lower frequencies need more power volume to be heard. Higher frequencies do not. So yeah, that's 100%. Low frequencies need a lot of power. Because the human hearing curve, how we naturally hear, is our ears are more tuned for higher frequencies and mid-range, like voices, right? To hear that. Nobody has like a subwoofer voice, right? Except if you're Barry White. But you know, there's not a lot of sub sounds that naturally occur. There are, but we just don't perceive them, right? So our ears are more like tuned to have a different frequency response. So we hear higher frequencies better than we do of low frequencies. Nice little reggae tune here, Lynn. Ha! Yeah, it does. It's funny because my main, let me see, hold on a second. My main picture on my thing is a beach house. Yeah. Yeah. I bet you do search jump just like. We be jamming, man. I got a notification. Oh, Sanjay C uploaded something. Let me go back here a second and listen to it again. So on this track, you know, reggae is not a genre I'm super familiar with. I used to bang a lot of Bob Marley back in the day, and jam other reggae tunes and whatnot. Like Sublime was kind of reggae-ish. But what I've noticed is different genres, especially like classic rock. Classic rock has a very like just gentle drums and snares. More modern music like trap, like dubstep are super snare and drum heavy, right? So like if you would have rewound me like a couple years back, I probably would have given bad advice, and I'd be like, man, turn that snare up, right? But not all genres of music need like a heavy hitting snare. It doesn't need to be it doesn't need to like punch through the mix. Like sometimes gentle snares work good, and I think this is an example of that. Like it's just a nice snare. It fits in the mix good. You could make it hit harder and smack harder. There's lots of ways to do that, but I don't think it's necessary. Let me see. It sounds like you used a good reverb choice. Like it sounds like all the sounds use a similar sounding size reverb, so I'm not hearing anything that makes it sound like it's coming from like a different size room or anything. Yeah, I'm curious where you got that vocal sample from too. Is that like a splice thing, or where'd you get that from? Nice little reggae track there. I'm not hearing anything that's like crazy offensive to my ear. There's nothing out of place here. Sounds pretty well blended. I think maybe the only thing that would benefit this track is maybe some mastering, like bring up like the levels, you know, and whatnot. But it sounds like, I think like some of the sounds the mix could be amplified a bit to bring everything a little more richness to it, maybe some saturation. But yeah, man, nice track. So yeah, it's a well done track there. Let me see who else I got here next. Second attack. Let me see if there's anybody new. No, nothing new yet. So, oh wait, we did Night Owl. Let's do Climax. Oh, mysterious beatbox footage. Everything's on my phone. Yo, what up, something? What's up, Akira? Yeah, I got footage, but it's all like on my phone. Maybe I can hold on. Maybe I can pull it to the computer real quick. I'll show y'all the footage that I got. Hold up a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Damn, bro, you got 10K views on this track? That's good. That's more views than I've ever had on a track. Alright, hold on a second. Alright. Dude, you got over 100,000 Shazams? No lie, that's a pretty badass number. Yeah, something's here. I'm going to talk a little bit about NAMM and my experience and perspective. I'm going to do a little NAMM video of the footage that I got, but yeah, I got to talk about it. Hey yo fam, I got you singing. I got some video footage of you singing where I don't think anybody else got it. They may have, but I got some decent footage. Nice. Yeah, for sure. I'll send it to you. Okay, Premiere Pro. Yeah, I use a lot of Adobe stuff. Premiere's not too bad. While we're doing this, let me... Look at Wagga. Wagga's just Wagga's trying to find that perfect note. He's sitting there. He's trying to figure it out. He's like, yeah, I got it. You'll notice here, Bam, in his natural state, he's pouring himself a drink of whiskey. Hold on, I got some. Here, yeah, this one's good. I'll play the audio after this song. There's Bam. This is where Bam singing. I got Chump playing the guitar. Viral's all over there jamming. You see Viral's jamming right there. Yeah, this is the second jam. Did any of y'all record this? Alright, let me see. That was second attack. I like the start of that one. That was nice. Okay, but yeah, let's check out this here real quick. Let me play this audio. Yo. Yeah, let me see what else I got here. What? Alright, yeah. JPEG. Okay, here's another MP4 here. Let's see. You got Akira on the MPC that. Let me see what else I got here. JPEG. This was the goodbye. Kind of a blurry photo. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then I was trying to get the street view there, but you got Wagga, Steve, and Pigpen, Sky Pigpen. Yeah, it's a cool photo. Let me see what else I got here. Yeah, like I said, I wish I would have got more stuff. I think this is me and Steve on the flight here.
Double check the seatbelt is fastened. Bring your seatbelt with your headrest or back to the original positions and put away your drink into the video monitor. If you're sitting near a window, we have
Dude was just staring out the window the whole time. And then I think this is when we first got to Nam. Let me see.
That's where we were gonna go. But we've got our.
I think. Nah, I don't know what the hell that. Oh, that's just leaving the airport. What is this shit right here? I think I was filming. Let me see if I can find more Nam footage. Nam. I served in Nam with the greatest of men. Yeah, it's just that. Where the hell is the Nam footage? Where's that footage that I just played? Well, this is me walking up to the group. This is like one of the coolest moments of Nam for me. I got to surprise everybody. This is probably the greatest. I can't not watch this. I can't watch this video without putting a big smile on my face, man. That shit makes me so happy. Let me see what else I got here. And then yeah, I'll play the beatboxing video with volume on.
But I still came through the rapper in me. Was feeling it. It was in my memory, but I'm still hot. Blowing up the spotlight instantly. Call me a landmine and C4 when a nigga hit that button. I'm still coming through like a left-hand man. I'm rushing these tracks, but you can see it from the distance. I'm certain like la resistance. Cataract insistent. The beat just went out, but I still come through. That's my old rap name.
Yeah, whatever. Man, that was so dope. Dude, Akira Gold's kick and snare with the voice is crazy. I can't believe you can make a snare sound that good. Like the difference between my vocal snare versus yours is like first day FL Studio user versus like somebody putting like Maximus and like tons of distortion, transient processor on their shit. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, you have FL Studio inside your head or something. And then, what else I got here? That's about it, really. That's the, oh yeah, let me do this last one with the audio. This is Steve and Wagga jamming here. This is like when everyone's just trying to fucking piece something together. Like, Wagga's like, yeah, where's that note? Where's it at? Everyone's just experimenting. Look, Steve cracks a big ass smile on his face. He's like, yeah, that's it right there, that's it. Everyone was just kind of getting tuned up. Somebody's playing a fat ass bass note, but yeah, that was cool too, man. I think that was my favorite night because everyone was getting lit and just playing on instruments, freestyling. I didn't know what the hell was gonna happen, but that shit was cool as fuck, man. So yeah, that was hella cool. Yeah, but that was basically NAMM right there, and then we did take pictures. Yeah, so it was cool, man. It was cool shit. So let me see. Let me get back to the music here. All right, boys and girls. Gemini, let me see. Who the? Oh, Bam sent me a message. I was like, who that? Okay, Geminator sent me something. Let's play it. Chaos. Pure chaos. I like that far away lead synth in there. Bro, you got the crazy Toyota Supra with like super. Oh, it's from the movie Cars. I could hear like Project Pat, like China hit hey. I could hear Project Pat on something like this. DJ Paul. Juicy J, in a chicken head, skirt when I, yeah, give me head, hey. Yeah, I like this too. Project Pat, in my, every time I come over, she It's that boy Bam. He coming through, and he showing up at Nam. He don't give a damn. He breaking off bread when it comes to trying to find some chicken heads. Yeah. Might be a crackhead, yeah, I smoke that shit. When I come through, I'm too legit. Yeah, I like this beat, man. I'm definitely hearing like Project Pat, Juicy J on this right here. Makes you bounce. You where to bounce? Yeah. Let me see. Singing Tag Fractal. Some days you just wake up, you might. Yeah. You like literally wake up and then you turn over and just look at your little like your ashtray and you're like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna hit the crack pipe today. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I just woke up on a I woke up in a good mood today. I'm gonna hit the pipe. Wraith, you gotta send it. I don't know where it's at. Can you send it again? You send to my email normally. Let me check. Okay, play this. Play this though. Okay, yeah. I like this one. Getting ready to grill. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you hitting the grill though? I like those snares in that. This is as loud as I can go. Y'all have to turn it up on y'all's end. I'll blow my damn eardrums out. Yeah. Right, Viral? You know, I like to do an herbal blend with my crack. I do a little bit of lemon balm, a little bit of catnip, you know, just to add that extra, and maybe a little bit of mint. Just to add that, you know, breath, that freshness that I'm looking for, you know? Dave Chappelle had a funny ass joke. He was talking about he went to LA and saw like people smoking crack just casually talking about philosophy at like Starbucks and shit. That shit was hilarious. Discussing politics while smoking crack. You know, I believe this year we're gonna see a change that we want. Oh yeah. You really are, Fractal. some advice. I need some advice. Machine only exports AIF or WAV. Then I have to convert to MP4 in another program. Do you know a program where I can convert to MP3 and edit my vids for YouTube? I remember you saying that. Let me see. Hold on. I might. Then I have to convert to another program. So you have to convert from AIF to WAV for audio. Then I have to convert to MP4 or convert to MP3 and edit my vids. I have a converter. So let me see. Oh, this is a YouTube to MP3 converter. This VLC media player. It might be this. Oh, so I have this program right here, my MP4 to MP3 converter. It's a it's an app. Let me see here. Let me check it out. Yeah, so if I got like an MP4 file, I don't remember where I got this. It actually might be free. But just look up my MP4 to MP3 converter, and that's what I use, and it works pretty good for me. If you're trying to edit your videos, convert to MP3 and edit vids for YouTube, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I know, yeah, by the way, Wraith, I like that track. You already know, I've heard that a time or two on BusyWorks beats as well. Solid track. If you're trying to do video editing, some people, I know LLB, he's mentioned a time or two that I don't know what he does his videos in, but I think it's something besides. I think he might use a free program, but I'm not sure. I don't know too much about video editing software outside of, because I use Adobe, right? And I have the Adobe, let me see. Hold on, let me go to Cloud. I'll show you what I got here. Creative Cloud. Ad source. Let me, son of a bitch. You little son of a bitch. Modern capture desktop. Okay. I can't believe Machine doesn't allow exportation of MP3s. Hold on, I want to get to the bottom of this real quick. How to export MP3s in Machine. Because I have Machine. Add MP3 export to NI Machine, Ableton Live, Mac. So I don't know. Export. I'll be right back, man. I gotta take a bathroom break. Okay, back. Yeah. That's crazy. I can't believe Machine doesn't. See, I don't use Machine like that. The only thing I know. Hold on a second. Let me try something here real quick. I'm gonna pull up Machine. Yo, what's up, Dick? If you got any tracks, submit. Let me add Machine here real quick. I can't believe Machine doesn't allow exportation of MP3. That's mind-boggling. But yeah, so I use Adobe Creative Cloud. I probably might downgrade because I don't use Adobe Acrobat. I use Premiere Pro, After Effects. I've been interested in Character Animator and Animate, and I use Photoshop a lot. But all these other ones I don't really use, and I'm paying for them. So I think you can get a much cheaper one. But I like Premiere Pro works fine for me, but there might be some other programs out there that are free that you can use. All right, so let's do a little something here real quick. I'm gonna drag this to there, and then draw a note, and then let me see if I can. I know with this inside of FL Studio, you can drag the MIDI to like right there. It'll export the MIDI, and then you can also export as. Let's see what this does. You can export. Is it a wave? Where's this file? Windows shell menu properties. Oh yeah, so it's only a wave. Yeah, it sucks, man. I'm not really sure the solution to that, except having to drag it inside of FL Studio, and then you could save it as an MP3 inside of here. So yeah, I don't know. Let me get back to the music though. Let me turn off this thing right here. What the hell? Desktop. Wait, remove. Where'd my picture go? What the hell? I'm tripping. Huh. Oh well, it's not important. Fractal, Geminator, second attack, we heard Climax. Let me see if I can get somebody new in here. Young Echo. Alright. Cause I wanna give new people an opportunity to get heard here. And I'll go back to their tracks. DaVinci Resolve is free and phenomenal. I have Final Cut Pro and still use DaVinci. Okay, yeah. So those seem like I'm gonna have to go cook now. Oh, okay, having a weekend party. That's what's up, man. Enjoy that. We'll see you later, Wraith.
I always wonder why you get so insecure. If only you could see what I see when you're looking in the mirror. And I know sometimes you feel so
Clean mix.
But girl, don't matter, cause I know I'm one call away. I'm one call away, yeah. Can you see me tryna get to you? Girl, you on my mind, baby, nothing new. And I don't know what to do no more. I just wanna erase you, but no, I can never replace you. Girl, you stuck on my mind, cannot hold you. Ay, ay, I cannot hold you. I just wonder why. Girl, I think about you all the time. Girl, I know it would just take some time to get to you. I always wonder why you get so insecure.
Yeah, this is real clean.
If only you could see what I see when you're looking in the mirror. And I know sometimes you feel some type of way, but girl, don't matter, cause I know I'm one call away. I'm one call away, yeah.
You out, Wraith?
When I'm with you, driving in the fast lane, tryna get with you, tryna get my last name. Hey, you got me spinning fast, don't know what to do. Look me in my eyes, your love really true. I'm tryna get to know you, tryna get to know you.
Second attack is anti-trap. Yeah, take care, Wraith. Good seeing you again, man. Have a good cookout and party, bro. Pour one out for the homies, you know what I'm saying?
But girl, don't matter, cause I know I'm one call away. I'm one call away, yeah.
Yeah, clean track for sure. Clean track. Second attack wishes you would stop using trap drums. He would prefer an acoustic drum set. Yeah, I like the track, man. It sounded clean mix. You know, like I said. Yeah, it sounds very mainstream, you know, and like something you'd hear on the radio for sure. So, you know, trap is big and popular right now, has been on for a minute, so I see why you went with those drums, and they work, you know. But it is, you know, trap drums aren't the only drums out there, and you know, I'm not critiquing that your choice of drums or anything, you know. Just that it's more of a personal preference on what kind of drums people choose, and also some people resonate more with specific drum sets than others. Let me close this down here. Let me see what else, if I got any new dudes. Pores. All right, let me get to this real quick. Real quick though.
Running around with a town with a lot of cash. She wanna fuck with a teen because it passed. What about me, need that? That shit is a fade. Bitch, I'm myself, yeah, you know I'm straight. What about me, need that? Bitch, I'm breaking a bag. I got a hard on my fucking racks. Fucking with me, you pass. That time is breaking a bag. Fucking that bitch, and I'm breaking a bag. I got a hard on my fucking racks. My fucking racks. I got a hard on my fucking racks. I got a hard on my fucking racks. Yeah, I got a hard on my fucking racks. I got a whole big ass bag. Do you advance, I'm making a bag. Whenever I lost, I'm making a bag. Fuck with a kid, come fuck with a man. Running up at Mac. She wants up my kid, and my baby, that's a fact. I've been going through pain, shit I can't exchange. I got brand new whips, pulling off in the same thing. Keeping the hood of racks, keeping the shit in the safe. You wouldn't fuck with a kid, he gets shot in the face.
Not gonna lie, for real though, when I hear this music, I kind of see Jiminator and Second Attack just riding around like in a Walmart parking lot, banging this song, going skirt, 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 skirt. Turn up. Yeah. You got a lot of high information. There's a lot of high frequencies, like that synth there.
What about me, need that? That shit is a fade. Bitch, I'm fucking with me, fast. That's how it's breaking a bag. Fucking that bitch in the.
It's just, for me particularly, it's just a lot of high frequency information in there going on, so it's a little much. I would tone back some of that synth that's like, sounds like almost like a synth electric guitar, you know. It's just a lot of buzzing in the high end of the track going on, you know. I think if you tone that back, because it's your voice is gonna be up there too in the mid to high range, you know, but it's just kind of on the loud side, you know what I'm saying? But I'm
making a bag. Whenever I lost, I'm making a bag. Fuck with a kid, come fuck with a man. Running up at Mac. Safe. You wouldn't fuck with a kid, he gets shot in the.
There's a lot competing for your voice, you know. So let me see what else I got here. Wagga butt, of course, gotta get it in. Let's go, Wagga. It's been a minute since I heard something from you. Yes, Wagga time, baby. The liquid AIDS. You know, Steve-O snorted somebody's blood that was HIV positive blood. Can't believe he did that. Anybody seen the new Jackass movie? I like that perk sound that's like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's an interesting sound there. Hey, nice. Bass is sitting good in it. Hey, I like that part. That was nice. Waga's here on his crazy chop shit right now. Oh yeah, I can definitely see game on this right here. Yo, Waga is... Some of this actually kind of reminds me of something kind of in the vein of Cannon on the Beat, you know? I like those strings right there. They just repeat endlessly in a perfect loop for like a freestyle artist or somebody. And Waga's really good at taking a sample and then making these little intermission parts where it breaks off for a split second and then returns back to the main loop. Like, you hear this? Like those little... I love that part, man. That's a dope little... And then back. Oh, well, sorta. It's like a part B right here. Yeah, man, nice work. Let me see if I got anybody. Mr. Kamar J. Oh, snap. Okay, presents, and I'll get back to the older ones after I get all these new guys knocked out here. We got something from Bam. Something from Wifey, he said.
I'm here to share something from the heart with you.
Bam, I gotta say,
Calling you
I can hear... Wait, I think you said your wife's British, right?
into.
Wait, is she? Let me hear.
So I'm here to share something from the heart with you. Calling you into a deeper knowing.
Dude, I can just tell. I get a lot of information from hearing people's voices, right? And Bam was telling us a little bit about his wife and, you know, what she does, her business and whatnot. And I thought it was super cool what she does and how they live their life. I was like, man, dude, you're living the American dream right there. You're not, dude, you're living like the human dream at this point, right? And whether people know it or not, a lot of information is communicated through the voice, your tone. You can hear just, you know, a lot about a person just by sitting and listening to how they speak, right? And that's oftentimes I'll get a little self-conscious in certain situations because I'm like, you know what, I need to reanalyze myself, sit back, take a deep breath, and speak from a different point, you know? And also some people, their voice comes from, you can speak from your mouth, you can speak from your throat, or you can speak from your chest. Or if you're Av McCree, speak from your damn abdomen. That dude's voice is way deeper than I met Av and I'm like, he's like, yo, what up, bro? Dude, Av's got a deep ass voice. I don't think Av's deep voice comes through on his live stream. Like, you hear him talk, and when you hear him talk in real person, you're like, damn, bro, you got like 40 hertz frequency coming from your damn voice, right? But I'm listening to her voice, and based on what he was telling us, he was like, y'all into like the spiritual healing thing, man. And she has a gentleness just right off the bat. I'm picking up like a gentleness and like almost a caressing, like nurturing, like on some ayahuasca, like mother healing shit of the planet.
I'm here to share something from the heart with you. Calling you into a deeper knowing.
A deeper knowing. I already know.
There's something about you.
Ugh. Ace Swollen balls?
That is
Hairball? Hey, shit.
I'm gonna call this something your presence. It's this.
Yo, what up, Norm? What's good, my dude?
This texture, this flavor of who you are that is absolutely unique. When you walk into the room, when you bring your fullness, your presence into the room is changed by the unison.
She's on some metaphysical
shit.
shit.
That comes a shape, a color, a smell, a flavor, a texture. There is something that enters into the room with you that is almost indescribable. Presence is that ineffable thing, that shard of light, that energetic thumbprint, that way that your hair curls around your face. It is the way that you smile, the way that you taste. Presence is that ineffable thing, that shard of light, that energetic thumbprint, that way that your hair curls around your face. It is the way that you smile, the way that you taste.
Yeah, I can already
Presence is a gift.
I can already
And
tell.
how you access that presence that is the gift of who you are in your natural state, in the undressed, naked vulnerability of the truth of who you are, therein lies a deeper alignment and revealing that presence. That is the journey. So I'm inviting you right now to feel with me your own presence, like taking up space within you, like a light shining out from within, and feel the color of that presence, the shape of that presence, the texture of your presence. If your presence could be described as a color, as a jewel, if your presence was a flower or a tree, or your presence was an animal, what would it be? Presence is that ineffable thing, that shard of light, that energetic thumbprint, that way that your hair curls around your face. It is the way that you smile, the way that you taste. I see you. I celebrate you. I see you in this intimate moment where we are sharing naked voice to naked heart. Your presence is a gift, where you are allowing me to revere your presence, to be and soak in the beauty of who you actually are. That is the feast of agape that I came here for. That is the feast of agape that I came here for. Do you hear me? Because that presence that you are, well, that's the gift. So your presence is a gift, and I'm reveling in it. Your presence is a gift, and there's nothing you have to do in order for me to receive that. Just be here. Your presence is a gift, and I'm reveling in it. Your presence is a gift, and there's nothing you have to do in order for me to receive that. Presence is that ineffable thing, that shard of light, that energetic thumbprint, that way that your hair curls around your face. It is the way that you smile, the way that you taste. Presence is that ineffable thing, that shard of light, that energetic thumbprint, that way that your hair curls around your face. It is the way that you smile, the way that you taste. Your presence is a gift. I see you. I see you. I see you.
Yeah, that was super dope. All right, second tack, I got you. I was gonna say, yeah, man. The conversation that I was hearing about Bam talking about their life, like this song makes total sense as to like who they are and what they do, you know. And it's really cool. In this time and age, I really feel like we need more people like that I don't think there's enough, because a lot of people go through life and have fucked up shit happen to them, and then they shut down. I mean, I've had my own life traumas. I mean, I think that's just part of life. Is at some point something breaks people, you know. And I'm not saying like, I think that's almost like the human condition, you know, is to get broken somehow and then piece yourself back together. But some people have some really bad stuff happen to them. But you know, there's ways to go about fixing yourself, and that's kind of their line of work, which is really important work, and finding that authentic self inside yourself, because we're not one thing. We're multi-dynamic. I feel like there's multiple selves inside of us. There's the lower self and the higher self, and the higher self is the true self, and it's silently watching the lower self, and we often dwell in the lower self, but every once in a while we get a glimpse of the higher self and reconnect to it, the true self. And the more you connect with the higher true self, the more you are in that better state. So that song kind of makes me think of that. So let me see. Hold on a second. Let me message Seamless here real quick. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, man? Still on in about 40 minutes. All right. Kamar J submitted, bam, and then yeah. I like this interesting sounds you got going on here already. It's interesting. True iceberg. Yeah. I will find the biggest iceberg in the world, the climate, and I'll make my mark, damn it. Yeah, dude, I don't know. There's probably like lots of selves. The sound selection on this is just different. See, it's stuff like this that gets my attention. I like what you're doing here, Kamar J. Keeps adding more and more elements. I like that track a lot. I'm gonna play it again while. Well, actually, I got somebody else on the line. I know Second Attack's been waiting for a moment. Let me play Second Attack real quick. So I'm gonna live stream with Seamless probably in here at some point in time. But Seamless has really helped me. He's the first guy who started helping me musically. So if y'all want to stand by and watch. He offers lots of great advice, but let me make sure he's cool with me streaming. Wait, I'm gonna play that again. The trash bin. What? Tarnation? Yo, what's up, Sleepy Montana? Yo, Norm, you been working on any new music here lately? Oh, okay. Oh, cool, man. Okay, so Seamless is down to do this. So whenever he's ready, I'm gonna switch over to a session where he's gonna help me with some music, and hopefully this can translate to y'all and help y'all out as well. You know, Anthem of Random Fuckery. I like little tunes like these because I often feel like little odd tunes like this is where you strike gold. But other than the lead needs lower volume. Oh, okay, no worries, man, no worries. Tight. So there's an effect, I forget what it's called, but I'm curious if you use that effect, what you did to get the sort of like glitchy and warbling effects. I forget what the plugin was called. Let me open up a project here though. So there's a couple projects I'm going to have Seamless help me with. I'm going to start with this one. Let me go back to Discord in my channel. In the channel. Yeah, I would say that's definitely in the IDM vein right there. I like it, man. I like it. It's the IDM that I like and love. Fractal sent this. Let me see. Fractal sent a couple things. Let me get this one here real quick. Alright, I'm already liking this from the get-go. Oh, Seamless is... I'll tell you here in a second. What's up, 1-1? Seamless is... Here, I'll do a little video. Seamless is a EDM producer and tutor. I've been watching his channel since like 2013 or 14, and he was one of the first guys to really dive in and how to do the dubstep Vocaloid bass sort of thing. He's a really smart guy. He knows a lot. He does FL Studio, and he does lessons and whatnot, and he does a lot of how to bass stuff. So he's a very he's like a sound designer, sound design. And like he's got lots of videos here. He's doing like
I'm Seamless, and today is time for a new how to bass tutorial.
Face plant.
I am going to show you how to make this sound.
So he dives into talking about like a lot of advanced sound design techniques and whatnot. He's given some free courses online, but yeah, Seamless he's a trailblazer when it comes to like figuring out like new things with how to do. He does a lot of video stuff, video footage. Let me see. He hasn't responded back yet. Oh wait, maybe he has. Okay, still waiting. But yeah, I've learned a lot through Seamless, and he's helped me along my journey. He was my first tutor, and now that I'm at the point of where I'm at, I've gone to other tutors as well, but I like to go back and kind of put the entire puzzle piece of making music together. So I'll get information from one guy, go back to the next, and kind of reference and see their opinions, because a lot of people Seamless knows how to work inside of FL Studio, and so there's sometimes I'll have producers and stuff tell me to do things, but they work in a different DAW or something like that, and so I'll go to him, and FL Studio is just built a little differently. So I'm like, okay, translate this over to FL Studio, and how can I achieve these results inside there? Let's see. I just got a text message. Who be texting me though? Oh. Schellenberger says I'm wrong. Is Schellenberger in the chat? He's talking right now. What the hell are you talking about? Robert, I know you're in here somewhere. When is the UFC fight, by the way? Or whatever. Have y'all been running calls? Let's see. What am I looking for? I'm kind of lost. Okay, still waiting on Seamless. Okay, so I'm gonna do something. Seamless is still there. Let me go back to here, see if I got any new stuff. So I played that. There's a Schellenberger in our midst. Oh. What the heck is Robert talking about? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have Seamless help me with this track here first off, and like it's not specifically a track that I'm looking for help on. It's more like the overarching entire thing, right? So I got this track, and let me throw some tonal balance on here to show y'all what I mean, what I'm trying to achieve. Tonal balance. So in your music, right? There's presets, but different songs have sort of a area of where they're trying to hit. So I'm going to go with the EDM preset, and basically our hearing. See, you see this graph here, right? Our hearing kind of correlates to this, as this is saying our hearing is not. This is where your bass should sit. This is where your low mids should sit. This is where your high mids should sit, and this is where the high should sit, right? We hear really well in this area, but we don't hear bass so good. That's why bass has to be really, really high. But let's take a listen to my track and see so far where it's at. So as you can see, the highs are out of the range. This range is pretty good, and there's no bass yet, but there will be. So as you can see here, the sub bass is working really well. I may need to boost a little this, and if you can see ever so faintly, there's like this little white line. So in this area, I need to boost. I could bring the highs down a bit. The hi-hats contribute a lot. Hi-hats contribute a lot to the energy. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see. Let me see what Seamless is talking about. Let's see. All right, he's still. So anyway, but yeah, this is really important. If you want to get a really good clean mix, this is essential to doing this. And how you go about fixing this is, so we're looking, right? We're listening to the track. I need to bring down this high energy. So I'm going to go over to my leads and maybe cut it back a little bit. I'm going to go over to this. There's some high energy there. We're going to cut that back. And I'm still kind of lacking in this area. Around the 400 to 600 range. So let's find out what's sitting there. It's our base. 400, 600. Let's cut this too. Let's boost it a little more. In this area, it could just use a general boost, so. Now I'm sitting in the line almost as perfect as you can be. Is this before any mastering? This is sort of along the lines. Yeah, this is before mastering for sure. Let me see if Seamless has said anything. Nope, still waiting. So yeah, this is just like a check mark to make sure you're along the right path, right? So I'm sitting perfect right here, and it's okay. It's okay to be out of the line a little bit. You just don't want to be like in the dark area right here. You want to generally fit, but I'm as damn near close as you can get. So like right here, look, that could maybe be boosted a little bit. So that's 100 to 200. Let's boost that. Now I'm a bit of a 100, 200. We need to turn down the louds a little more. Let's EQ this. Look at this low information here that we don't need. All right, now let's see if it fits better in the mix. Perfect. Look at that. It's perfect. That's probably one of the best. Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, it's in line where it needs to be. I can add more elements, and I feel like more elements need to be in here to make it more interesting. But, you know, as far as this goes, my mix is perfect. So I can go from here to mastering and know that I'm okay, you know? So yeah, it's a really handy tool. But you gotta keep going back and checking back. You can't just ignore, like, you know, this is not the end all be all, you know. It's just like a reference tool. So I may turn this off and be like, my ear might hear something that sounds different, but it's just like a GPS of knowing you're on the right track. Let me go in Maximus. Let's just turn some shit up. Solo. And there you go. That's. There's like a noise going on. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's that. Whatever that is. Let me save this. Save. Let me see if Seamless is ready yet. No, still not ready. I think in like 20 minutes. But anyway, let me get back to playing some people's music while we're waiting. So let's go here. We'll play some more music. Let me turn this shit off.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on the farm he had some guns, E-I-E-I-O, and then the liberals came and took them, oh no, 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 no.
Whoa!
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
That was interesting. Emergency broadcast system. Dude, I'd be paranoid. Imagine if this was like freaking like China invades and this song just plays.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on the farm he had some guns.
I'd be so scared. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, there's a track somebody I checked out that I want to play. I don't think the person will mind me playing it, but I thought this was a pretty nicely made track. So he didn't submit, but I heard this. If you add verb or delay cut highs, if your AV verb or delay cut highs and lows to clean the track up. Wait. Explain that again, Norm. Oh shit. Gotta plug my shit in. Woo! That was close. Yeah, this beat is super fire. Super fire. It's by Time to Bloom. I met him yesterday. Haha, second attack. Alright, Dick McGuffin has submitted something. That's some Super Saiyan shit right there. Has Seamless responded yet? Not yet. Still waiting. If you have delays or reverb on a bus, you can cut the high. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that was something that I recently learned. I didn't know that reverb wasn't supposed to have high amounts of EQ on it. Like the high range of it. And definitely cut the lows. Yes, beat is super clean. I love this right here. Video's sick too. I don't know where he got this footage from, but it's good. I don't know why. It's been doing weird stuff. Let me see. Discord. Beach House. Yeah, I don't know why the Discord is like gone, but let me see if I can put it back in there. Window. Yeah, it's like not showing up for some reason. Maybe I got too many windows here. Yo, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I got it fixed. Cool. Alright, so let me go back. Yeah, that beat was too hard. Let me go something. A hoo-ha. A hoo-ha. Check out what Dick McGuffin's got. Is it Hubba Bubba? This is interesting. It's very interesting, Dick. That's me, and I got no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Oh, dude, this is dope, bro. What the fuck? Dude, I gotta play this again. I didn't know this was what this was. I always feel like... Dude. Yeah, Dick McGuffin, bro. I think it's my favorite track I've ever heard from you. Dude, this is something different. Dude, this is super dope. Yeah. Very interesting. Oh my god, damn. You know, of course someone would sniff that joke out. Oh man. Woo! I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Oh. Hold up, we're about to do the remix.
Somebody's watching.
Somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah. Alright, I'm about to do some cool shit. Hold up.
I'm just an average hello, but why do I owe like I'm in the twilight zone and like I'm in the twilight zone and I always feel like
Hold up, let's fix this.
I always feel like I I always feel like somebody's watching me. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just the truth?
Hold up. Hold the fuck up.
I'm just an average man with an average life. I work from 9 to 5. Hey, hell, I pay the price. All I want is to be left alone in my average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone? And I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just the truth? Why could a woman's blood? I won't do a real time. People call me on the phone, I'm trying to avoid. But the people on TV see me when I'm always paranoid. When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair. Cause I might open my eyes and find someone standing there. People say I'm crazy, just a little touch. But their flowers remind me of Saint Mother. That's why I always feel
I got off beat there, but yeah, that first part, I gotta play it one more time. It's so good. It's so good.
I work from 9 to 5. Hey, hell, I pay the price. All I want is to be left alone in my average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone? And I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I have no privacy.
Oh,
I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just the truth?
man, I can turn up to that right there for sure. That was fucking dope. You know, when I'm busting out, ripping off Michael Jackson acapellas, I'm having a good time. Oh yeah, Fractal. Hold on, let me see if Seamless has responded. Not yet. God damn it. God damn it, Bobby. Alan T. Gotta play some Alan T though. A hoo-ha face? I don't know if I can pull that off. That was me when I was 19. Ugh. Okay. Sounding good. Clap is clean. Permit the zine. I'm on the scene. I'm looking clean. Permit the zine. You know what I mean? I shine and gliding. Every time I'm gliding on glass. Shake that ass, girl. Tryna get you pour me a glass, girl. When I come through, chop it up in my house. I ain't got a something Mickey Mouse. Crack rapping. I'm holding it down. Yeah, Dick, if you send me the FLP, I'll fuck with it and turn it into some crazy shit. I'll mix the two up. I like the beat, man. I like the beat. It's It's kind of funny because you almost start with like a tech house or rumble, like a techno bass. It's like bum, 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 bum. And it comes in. You bring the filter. Oh yeah, man. Hell yeah, that's for show, for show. Send me your email address. It's operculumaudio@gmail.com. Yeah. Let's see. Dick McGuffin, Dick McMuffin song. Okay, let me get Fractal here. Wait, is this Fractal? It was short and sweet. Short and sweet. Let's see. Dick McGuffin Mac. Is that the one we just heard? Oh, here's another one by Dick. Low Ride and Mix. Let's check it out. Yeah. I really like what you did there, Dick. I just caught that one. If something's in here. Hey, man, pause, major pause. Y'all just hear what I said? I really like what you did there, Dick. Oh, my God. I caught that one fast. Wait, I was talking about my dick. Clip it and ship it. Yeah, good talk, boys. Man, Dick, you make some really weird but cool music. Seamless is message already, just about. Okay. So Seamless is about to start here. So I like doing like remixes a lot. So I like what Dick's doing here.
You would step back from that ledge, my friend. Cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. Cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in.
Okay, so anyway. Oh yeah, thanks, man. I gotta fix some stuff up in the Remote Control House remix. Here it is right here. It's a hell of a file. Let me see if Seamless, what he's saying. I'll show y'all like the early versions of it real quick. Rhythm change. 5. Okay, I'll open this file real quick. Yeah, man, I really, as soon as I heard Dick McMuffin. Did I say Dick McMuffin? Dick McGuffin. Been having too much McDonald's here lately. Man, bro, I'm gonna probably go up to McDonald's and be like, yeah, I'd like a Dick McMuffin. They're gonna be like, sir, That does not exist on the menu. Please order realistic items. No, the Dick McMuffin, it's in there. I want you to take my dick and smash it between a McMuffin. That's a Dick McMuffin. You know what I'm saying? And then pour some hot creamy cheese all over it, and then I'm gonna eat my dick. I will get the police called on me so fast. Let me see if seamless. Okay. All right. So we're beginning the seamless thing. Seamless. Call. Yo, what's up, Seamless?
Hello.
What is going on, my dude?
Hi.
How you doing?
What's up today?
Oh, chilling, man. Enjoying this hot ass weather here in Texas.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, dude, it's like trying to kill me. I have the world's fairest skin, and literally I can stay outside. And in 15, I've narrowed it down to a time window. If I'm outside for 15 minutes, that's when my ass it gets cooked.
You are well done.
Yeah, dude, definitely. What you been up to?
Oh, a whole bunch of stuff. Mostly doing a bunch of lessons.
Okay, nice.
Working on some new tech.
New tech. Oh, by the way, so I'm we got 16 watchers right now. I'm doing a live stream, but
What's up, 16 watchers?
Yeah. This is I some of them are familiar with you, some of them aren't. But I gave you a little intro earlier. I was just telling them how I kind of got my start with learning music production from you. Back in like 2013, 2014, I've been kind of rocking with you over the years and stuff, and I check back in occasionally to fine-tune things up, and Seamless has definitely helped steer me in the right direction. So, so you said you're
Happy to have been of a help.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. So you said you're working on some tech stuff here?
Oh, yeah. So my favorite new thing that's happening on FL at the moment is the introduction of the multi-band delay.
What?
This was I'm pretty sure this is public knowledge at this point, in the sense that like there's a beta and it's like not hidden.
Yeah.
But the thing has been out for a while. I actually witnessed its creation.
Nice.
Which was fun. First time I'd seen something like that happen. A person mocked it up into a form like from themselves using Patcher basically. And then they spent a lot of time working it into an actual, just individual, significantly more efficient plugin.
Wow. So wait, so its inception was inside of Patcher. Now is it like a native plugin now, or outside of Patcher? Like,
yeah, it's its own thing. It's actual individual code. It doesn't like, because the Patcher version just used delay threes from FL to do the job, and like controls and stuff. Just to say like this is the thing. This is what it's gonna do, and then they're all like, we like this, so we're gonna make it real.
Yeah. Let me ask you, so I've done some stuff in Patcher, and I use the multi-band sidechain EQ to achieve like a good relationship between my kick and bass and other elements in the track. So do you know of the plugin called Track Spacer?
Yes.
They essentially do the same thing, but when you use the multi-band EQ sidechain EQ Patcher preset, does that use a lot more CPU than if you were just to use like Track Spacer?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
If Track Spacer were doing what you were describing it was doing, it would be almost no CPU. It would be like unnoticeable. It would barely touch it. And because Track Spacer is doing a lot more, it's gonna like have a hit. But also, like, that's the trouble with doing like Patcher-based stuff, is that it kind of feels like you're using reactor level kind of little modules of stuff that are just individual lines of code, logic level, tiny things.
Yeah.
But it's like it's whole UIs, it's whole interfaces, it's whole like preset architectures and things, and like it's wastes of space at that level when you're doing that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So are you saying that Patcher is more efficient CPU-wise of doing the same thing, or isn't?
It is not. It would
oh,
not
okay.
Be.
Okay. That's like, what I thought.
Yeah, like a dedicated plugin is always gonna be better, right? Like at least in efficiency-wise. Might not literally be better, but it'll be lighter.
Okay, yeah. So, I was doing a live stream the other day with another music mentor that I've been working with, and he was trying to listen to my track live, and it just had too much latency and crackles, and he was like, it shouldn't be doing that, and he was looking through my my effects mastering chain, and he was like, let's take a look at maybe what's causing this. And I had like FabFilter Saturn, Pro Q3, and a couple of things, and he's like, what is he's not familiar with FL Studio. He doesn't know what Patcher is, and he's like, what is that? And then I opened it up and I showed him he saw the amount of EQs that are in that. Do you know the patch I'm talking about?
Oh, probably.
I'm gonna. Can you see? Let me show you my screen. He goes.
Yeah, go for it.
He goes. Why do you have like 2,000 EQs open? He was like, that's got to be the reason why. And I was like, oh no, it's supposed to be like that. And yeah. So anyway, he was like, I think that's why it's doing that, like so much latency. So anyway, yeah. So the patcher preset that I'm talking about, I'll just show you real quick. I'm sure you already know what it is, but I go here and then I go to multiband sidechain, and it's a pretty nifty preset, but it's got like a million EQ2s in there. So it's this one right there. Look familiar to you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I use it a lot, but like I said, I got Track Spacer the other day because
Well,
I'm
here,
like,
let's look at this more in depth and let's find out. So
Okay.
just make like full screen this guy, because we're not gonna be able to see anything. Double
Alright.
click on the interface anywhere. Okay. So to identify whether or not this will do kind of whatever to your signal, we have to see basically what's in the way of it. Like, yeah, we can look at the latency. Just show it up there. Yeah. So at the end there, you see the love filters that have the total of 997 samples.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's adding a little bit of latency, but I guess it's the motion that's kind of the issue there. FL. So in the sense that like all those peak controllers that are doing the thing that it's doing,
Yeah.
that's a lot of moving around, and at a render that's not going to matter, but in a live playback that might be the thing that's causing it to like do work.
Yeah.
Audio processing not so much, but just that's a lot of moving.
Yeah, and I usually have like at least like 5 or 6 on them in different occasions, so I could see
Yeah.
that.
So you see your CPU just kind of sitting there at like 50.
Yeah.
That probably is because of this preset.
Okay. Well then, I usually go to like smart disable, but yeah, that's crazy. Let me delete it and just see what effect that has on it.
Although you have tonal balance. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, a decent little decrease down there. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad you answered that for me. The big thing I wanted to talk to you about, because I reached out and I was like, hey, I want some help with tonal balance, was there's a lot of kind of things I'm curious about it. But okay, so I'll kind of walk you through like how I make a track, right? So obviously I got like, this is the little demo project here, right? But
Sure.
I'll do my leveling. I'll level my kick. I'll do like I do a patcher, and this is like my little setup here for my kick drum, and I'll do Maximus and whatnot. So it's no wait, that's go to my
This
kick.
is your kick.
Yeah, and I don't know if
Right.
that's hitting appropriately. I usually set my kick. That's awfully quiet. I usually set it like right about there. Let me turn Maximus off. But anyway, just looking at this setup here, does that look? That's how I usually.
Problematic?
Yeah,
Kinda.
does it look problematic? What would you say? What could I do to fix?
All right, let's look at the transient processor first. Just open that up.
Okay.
Although, can I see that?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Oh, you can't see transient processor?
Nope.
Okay,
Because
let
of the-
me. I think I know how to fix that. I gotta disable. I gotta show you my desktop, the entire.
Yeah.
Stop streaming. Change windows. See if I can share the entire top screens. I guess I just show screen. All right. Hopefully, can you see?
that desktop? I can see it now.
I can see clearly now. Okay, so yeah, here's the transient processor, and I'll let you go ahead and figure it out for me.
All right, so I gotta be real. That's something I actually use a lot, and it's because I can just do what it does with other stuff. But
Okay.
I only wanted to come in here because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't adding unnecessary delay to the signal,
Okay.
and it's not.
Okay. Cool.
And so let's keep going down the list. The blood overdrive is fine.
Okay.
EQ. Let's see what your settings are. Okay. See the HQ button.
Yes.
That means it's adding latency.
Oh.
It's
Okay. So disable that.
Yeah, so what that is doing, it's basically allowing the EQ to exist at frequencies higher than 20 kilohertz, because it's doing anti-aliasing, and
Okay.
it lets you have A, curves that reach higher than the end of that, and also B, doesn't add unnecessary jank. But this also doesn't add unnecessary jank unless you do incredibly super ridiculous shapes with your cuts.
Okay.
And
So
or not, you need it.
So when I render my file, sometimes I'll do enable linear phase when I go to rendering the files
Oh,
and whatnot.
Jesus.
Should I not do that?
Okay. No.
No. Okay. Okay.
That's a valiant effort insofar as that would be great when it like permanent perfect linear phase, but there's some timing realities about what that does that's a little bit worse than regular latency.
Okay.
In the sense that if I'm using linear phase stuff, I pretty much exclusively use it on the toppest buses and masters, and if I use it anything lower than that, I probably have to render it.
Okay. Gotcha. I didn't know that. That's interesting you say that. I thought, in my head, what I would do is render each, so I render all my different layers as stems and then throw it in a new FL Studio and then mix and master in that. But I would turn it linear phase on to absolutely keep a clean phase, but also do really precise cuts. So you're saying I shouldn't do that then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Try not to immediately go to linear phase at low level choices, and by that I mean sample level, sound level, individual mixture level. It's not where you want to be applying linear phased stuff.
Gotcha.
If you come up with some super dope sound design that absolutely needs it because you're doing some extra clever layering, then you need to just render that into some audio that could be a real timed thing that you're in control of.
I gotcha. Okay, cool. That sounds good. Other question too, since do you have so say if I wanted to do like a high low pass right here, right? Do you believe in doing more gentle EQ curves? Because if we look at the phase rotation, right, if I change that, it's gonna really out of whack that and cause a lot of phasing issues. So do you believe would it be better to just keep a gentle EQ curve when EQing like this?
In incredibly rare circumstances, is that particular setting going to be of any value? And it's mostly in like choices that just don't matter. But for every other time, for any other cut, I'm going to use the 4, either steep or gentle. They both have the same phase consequence. So the phase rotation is the problem, which is that like this basic thing here is basically the most like general basic doing the job cut. High pass, low pass, span pass, whatever.
Yeah.
And this, so you can use this, the way that you want to look at this curve, the way you want to use it is that big shift up there in the center at the actual cutoff, you want that to be beyond whatever it is you're actually doing the cut for. So like, if I'm doing like, usually let's say a high pass on a snare or a fundamental, and I want to, like, where do I want to put that? I want that little that slide up to be like just beyond where the fundamental hits. Like that's not going to be on the fundamental. That's going to be not in the fundamental at all.
Okay. So that way the phase of the fundamental isn't affected. So you're saying this slope of the phase change right here, you want that. So let's just say this line right there at the 5K mark. If that's where the fundamental was, I would set it to like right there then or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
So because the idea is to avoid the destructive phase change, and that big snippy bit is the most destructive type.
Okay.
And then the bigger ones with the doubles up and whatnot, they're doing that because it creates a sharper curve reality before that. Because you still don't want that to be the thing that's in the thing you want to hear. You want the thing you want to hear to be before that, so that it doesn't have to happen to it.
Gotcha. And also, so there's no. That's crazy. I can't believe. it just seems weird to me that I've been trying to get away with doing linear phase EQ so I could get it exactly how I wanted, but I know it brings on the dreaded pre-ring effect. But I wasn't, I guess my ears, I don't recognize it well enough to be able to like, be like, oh, it's happening, right? I just kept doing it and thought it was okay, but I guess perhaps in some of my tracks I've been doing that and getting that effect unintentionally. So anyway, but okay, so just don't use linear phase EQ until more of like a final portion, and then do the when this type of cut, a level 4.
So let's talk about the insecurity of is it even doing the job or not, like, because that what you were saying about doing that the whole time and the effect or whatever, you probably either compensated for it unintentionally or just did not notice it because it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And if the thing is bad, you should notice it. Like, if you don't have to be an expert to know when a thing sounds wrong.
Yeah.
But you have to be an expert to know why it sounds wrong. But the idea here is that you wanted to use linear phase for the absolute most delicate things, but for the genres that we're doing and the sound design we're doing, that's none of the low-level stuff. The low-level stuff, it's not violins, it's not guitar players, it's not a singer, like an opera singer or something.
Yeah.
It's just stuff. And we can use really hard, super crazy phase cuts, or you can use crazy, super clean cuts, and there's almost no difference because the material is perfect. There would be extreme difference if we were using something delicate, right? But then you do make things that are delicate. And I don't just mean things that are light and snippy. I mean, you eventually have an arrangement, you have a stack, you have a song, you've mixed the stuff, and now you don't want to screw with it. Now you don't want it to like have choices that you make that change those lower choices. And that's when you break out the linear phase, to be as absolutely careful as possible for things that have to stay away. And that's just later, higher level choices.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, I've been having to almost have like a paradigm shift in how I think about music, because for the longest time I was going about it in a haphazard way. But I see there's like a process. It's like, I always use this analogy, but it's like building house in that you got to set the foundation first. You got to get the structure built, and then it's not like when I think of linear phase EQ, that's almost like to the point where like, okay, what kind of like wallpaper are we gonna put on here, or some other analogy where it's like the final touches, but it's like some delicate stuff.
If you want to do house building, we can talk about the difference between a carpenter and a cabinet carpenter.
Okay.
Like the thought, like, when you build a house and you do for wood framing, you chop the shit out of just 2x4s and you line them up. Like, they're the same length and whatever, but like you're not cabinet trimming individual like completely perfect shapes of wood to put a wall on. You're just putting the absolutely bare naked material that's required to do the job, and then you're putting the cabinet on. Then you get a guy come in with the thin nails that you can't see, that you tap into wood that you can't breathe on, and then that's all on top of the shape of the house that's there. Once the house is shaped and it's nice and it's cool, then now you have to be careful because you have the shape because it's there. But before that, just the opposite of being careful. Being careful wastes so much time and money.
Yeah, it really does. It does, and so it's you just kind of do the raw grunt work, get it built up, get it set up, but get a solid foundation. Then it gets more and more delicate, and then the final part is somebody gets to live in the house, aka enjoy the song, and be like, "Oh, it's such a nice house,"
Right, and they had no idea about how it was built. They don't know.
Yeah, they just enjoy
the results.
Yeah, exactly, the results. Yeah, definitely. And
they can tell when it's wrong.
Yeah, that's funny, right? They're like, hey, you put the bathroom in, some like weird place or something like that, or just odd choice of placement of fireplace or something like that, But yeah, cool, man. Okay, so yeah, what was it gonna do? Okay.
So though,
yeah,
about not having linear phase, that means that a lot of your choicing and mixing and choosing processes and whatnot has to do with how much is this going to affect my timing.
Yeah.
Plug and delay compensation can do a lot, but it's honestly preferable to just have a reality where you don't require it.
Okay.
So, for example, the Maximus at the end of your kick chain there,
Yes.
Yeah, let's go to the master chain. Or the master Maximus interface. In Maximus. Go to the master of Maximus. You were just there.
Oh, okay. Not this one right here. You're talking about the other
Correct.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
On the kick. Okay. Yeah. And
This guy's master.
Okay, I see what
Cool.
you're saying. Yeah.
Alrighty then. So the attack knob there and the animation delay knob there are both values that are in milliseconds that are real milliseconds being added to your delay in
okay.
real time. So I try to live my life having both of these off.
Okay. So turn that off and that one off too.
Yep. And
Okay.
this will probably help you because it's a kick, because what that'll also do is that it'll make it a kind of snappy that on mastering might be kind of devastating, but at a generation level can be kind of nice.
Okay. Alrighty.
So this kind of that amount of thing is what you want to be taking care of for utility just on stuff, because a lot of stuff like Maximus just defaults to having that delay on there just there,
Yeah.
and that could make cohesion be a problem.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, all good on Maximus?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. So now I guess let me do the kick. Okay. So that's my kick. I'll go ahead and show you the track and my thought process of what led me to making the choices that I made. So basically, I put this track together, and before I even put tonal balance on, I tried to get the levels right and EQ everything how I thought it should sound. And this is where I got to a certain point, and then I threw tonal balance on, and just to kind of see if a measure of a guide, if I was going in the right direction.
Okay, hold on though.
Okay, all right.
So some of this is already too far for some of the material that is already there, regardless.
Okay.
Because, like, how much of the mastering did you do to do this?
Not a whole bunch.
Didn't think so.
Okay.
So that means that you carved your mix to have that shape, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that's a problem, because
Okay.
that's not a shape that's for a mix. That's a shape that's for a master.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And it might seem so that's pretty fantastically regular advice to be like, sure, make your mix, level it without compression to sound like it should sound with enough leveling until sound like we have compression.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever. But for EDM anything, that's just not going to be a thing you can do.
Okay.
The amount of power required to have the thing play the way into mastering, to have that curve come out and sound the way that we want it to, it means that you can't have a mix that actually sounds right by itself.
Okay. So
The way that you actually want your mix to be
Uh-huh.
is basically leveled up in power. Like, it's nothing to do with how it sounds. It has everything to do with, does the thing that does a job have the power it needs to do the job?
Okay. So I'm
Unfortunately,
doing this way too early then.
Oh yeah, that's something you do after you have like all of your drop.
So I gotta tell everybody in my chat I'm sorry I was giving bad advice, because I was like, hey, look, this is what I think you should do, so listen to...
To be honest, like this was just almost close to correct. Like that, I would put a thing like when I reference a track, like I am doing this, like this thing that we're looking at is basically what I see in my head.
Yeah.
Of like when I hear a track, it's like, all right, it's got this balance, but I know that that's a thing I'm aiming for to happen after my master.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
You got to reformat the tool a bit, but the way that so the level plateauing is what I refer to it as, is that like there's just certain sections of level that a thing has to exist at based on what it's for and what its job is, and all of that. And I don't care about actual dB numbers other than 0, because I always care about 0. But as far as what thing should be where, nothing. Like I don't care about -6. I don't care about -9. Like all I care about is the kick is the biggest, loudest, heaviest thing in the track, and B, everything is beneath it.
Okay.
And then there's just certain other relativity considerations, like the sub is a certain way, and then therefore the bass is higher. So you see this curve that's coming up. Like this is a pretty common expression of what we expect to hear out of a thing to hit our heads. But here's what's funny: this tonal balance we're looking at, is actually a description of being almost flat. That's because it's basically what a saw wave looks like. That's like the saw wave's harmonic like lineage right there. And what that accomplishes is creating a signal that when it comes out of a speaker, comes at you like a flat piece of paper in the air. And that's what that leveling is. And that's not because like, we like heavier things or whatever. It's because that's just what flat looks like to us.
Okay, yeah.
Which means if we want to configure our powers to work with that, we basically make things have this level. So you see that the lower like 100 hertz area, right? Like right up there, that's how high, like that's saying kick bass, biggest bass. Easy peasy. So you just put your kick up, put it all the way up, and then you have your next thing, like the snare. The snare's got a fundamental, it's got basically a kick of its own, and you can see how much lower it is than the rest of it. And like that's pretty much how much lower it gets. You might find this to be difficult though. You might find some of your sound design doesn't play well at the levels that these are.
Yeah.
And that when you decided to do the mix to make it feel more right, quote unquote, that it did almost have basically the opposite level configuration. That some of the higher frequency things are actually kind of a bit higher than this would suggest they'd be. And it's difficult because when you're hearing it at a mix stage, it does not sound right. It sounds stupid. It sounds stupid and unpowerful. You basically can only hear the kick and the snare.
Yeah.
Then everything else is just not there. But the goal is that now after you do that, you crush the absolute hell out of it with Maximus, but because the dynamic range is extreme, you hear the difference no matter what. And then the art is how you collide it all together to make it sound neat. And then you wanted to sort of add up to having that result.
Gotcha. Okay, so I guess I would take that off, and I'll just show you where I'm at right now with this, and I guess just let me know how it sounds to you, like level wise and all that, the overall sound.
Let's also be looking at the mixer.
Oh, okay. Did you want to look at the tonal balance at the same time?
Nope.
Oh no. Okay. What did you want to look at?
Mixer.
Mixer. Gotcha. Okay.
Just the general levels of things.
So what you thinking?
Okay. So, first off, I couldn't hear any of that because we're doing the desktop streaming, and that means it doesn't transmit audio. But that's okay, because I didn't need to actually hear that to have the thoughts I'm about to have.
Okay.
I was watching the levels. I was looking at what they were and seeing how close they were to each other. And so what I want to address is that for the most part, the drums are sort of correct.
Okay.
They're where they need to be and how they want to be, but everything else is too close to them. The bass, for example.
Yeah.
It's way up there. It's like basically the same level as the drums bus, and it really wants to be like solid number of dBs lower than the drums bus.
Okay.
Just whatever it's peaking at, it like yeah. I was also looking at those racked buses on the side there where it had drums and synths.
Yeah.
And the synths were like in total basically coming up to just competing level with the drums, and you just don't want that.
Okay.
You want it to be like visible from orbit, which one's higher than the other.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, do you mind? I'll start with the bass. So this bass you're saying is way too loud, then, huh?
Yeah. So just look at the kick specifically. Observe its level, and like look at its level, the competing.
They're nearly identical.
Right. So the bass is technically lower than the kick in this example, but it is not far enough to be low to be like, yeah, it's low enough.
Yeah.
So here's something that's fun about what we're looking at, though, and why I personally prefer to keep looking at stuff in peak, even though there's lefts and RMS and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because the difference that we saw on the bass there, the part that we visually had a hard time discerning that it was actually lower than it, we had actually the same exact hard time to discern the same problem with our ears. And it's like about linearly the same visually for this particular problem. So that means that like if we get to the point where we can comfortably tell just regularly visually that it's lower than it, that means we win.
Okay. Is there a sort of a reference point where the bass should be lower than the kick, or what's a good measure to know where it should be?
That literally at the first moment you can tell that it is, like visually.
Okay, so that's a bit lower. So
That's great.
That sounds good. Okay. So I have my sub. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, sub stuff, right? So we're talking about the power of a saw waves sort of distribution. And in that list, what that looks like is the sub is actually peaking just a little bit higher than the actual main body of the content.
Okay.
So in this case, the main body is that bass space. So its level is away, and then you want the sub to be kind of like almost exactly at its peak.
Okay, so so I don't know if I got you right on that.
The other bass is the peak I'm talking about, not the drums.
Oh yeah. So this is the sub right here.
Right, and there's that other bass, the rest of the bass, yeah, peak even with that bass.
Oh, so the sub should be right about there with that bass.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So if we were to see that like in the spectrum altogether, it would look like a complete ramp, as though it were made for the thing.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this bass right here. So even though this is a higher, it has no sub information. You're saying that the sub should be at the same level as the mid bass.
Yeah, because we're establishing relative harmony. It's not just that it's playing the same note; it has to also have the position of the level that harmonic would have if it had that harmonic as a harmonic.
Okay, all right.
And that's peak even for physics reasons.
Okay, gotcha. Alrighty, it's a new way of sort of thinking about it, so I'm trying to wrap my head around it and understand.
Well, we're gonna do more weird stuff. I promise you.
all right. So I'll just say that before I was always thought that the sub was supposed to be just a few decibels underneath the kick, and I wouldn't necessarily look at it from a meter standpoint. I would look at it from I guess I would, but I didn't.
Here's an easy way to check actually about your bass and your kick to make sure you're right. Go to your actual master. Go to the Maximus in the master.
Okay.
And turn it on, and just default it. Yeah, and then look at the low end and just watch. Just play it and watch. Somewhere with a kick, and the rest of your song. There we go. Yes. Okay. That right there is exactly what we wanted to see. That, like, there's no question about what that content is. Like, we don't actually have to hear it. We know what parts of that are the kick and what parts aren't.
Okay.
And that visual identification is identical to our abilities to hear it. So now, if we were just focusing on literally just that frequency range and hearing nothing but that and looking at nothing, we would still be able to tell what content was the kick and what content was the bass.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, because that's obviously the kick right there, and that's obviously I'll even solo it.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah, that's obviously the kick coming through, and then there's the bass right there.
This is the clearest and purest expression of what dynamic range is and the value of it.
Okay.
For everything else, higher frequency than this, you can fake a lot of impact. You can make a lot of weird choices that add up to sounding like you're doing something real.
Okay.
But for bass, if you want it to sound like something is hitting, you have to do this. It has to be different than the thing it exists at. Otherwise, it literally doesn't kick.
Okay.
So yeah, and this is how you make sure. You got your sub, you got your kick, and one's lower than the other. Win.
Okay, cool. That's easy.
Yeah, that's probably easy.
Yeah.
Now,
Nice.
the rest of it gets more complicated because there's more rules. Like, for kicks and the bass, there's just that one rule. Like, you get that working and it's great. And then the rest of it's all, okay, what's the hierarchy? We have to identify the hierarchy to care about respecting the priority of the level. Like, I don't know, royalty. Like, the kick, for example, is king. Like, whatever choices you make later, you can tell if you're doing it right or wrong. You just by that reality. Like, if you make a thing peak higher than that, you're probably not doing it right.
Okay.
Unless you're not making an EDM song.
Yeah.
So, like pick some lead content, for example.
Okay. I have.
All right. What's that purple thing over there?
This is sort of just trancy stabs, plucks.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that, for example, should not be peaking up where the bass is.
Okay. Oh, so if I compare it, where should that be then?
It's a little bit lower. Just a bit lower. So we're thinking about the ramp again. So this is a higher frequency thing, like literally a higher note.
Yeah.
And that means that it's higher up the order of what the harmonic structure is. So that means flat, even level is lower than the thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. So.
And I can see the rest of your leady stuff basically already doing this. Like it's still, they're all lower and lower. And that's how you want it to be.
Okay. All right.
Not because it's like so again, these are all choices that do not add up to making a song sounding beefy and dope and great. But it's creating this like really sharp flat palette that we can compress awesomely.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
So let's go check it out again on the master. Go look at our mids now.
Okay.
Nice. So yeah. So the priority here is, so we're not thinking, okay, the snare actually is like kicking all of a sudden, because the kick is still there too. The kick actually, as an instrument, is the thing that's deciding that it wins. Not just because it has the lowest frequency, although that's also true. It's also it has the genre prominence. So that means that in every section of spectrum it exists in, including things like the highs, like hi-hats should be lower in that area of the spectrum than the kick's high frequencies.
Yeah.
Which they probably are.
Yeah.
It's hard to be that loud. But that same thing for the mids. The mid of the kick should be higher than the hit of the snare, even though it probably feels like it shouldn't be, but it should.
Okay. So I'm looking. The kick's right there, and the snare's like right. Definitely lower.
Right, but the snare is a little bit too blended. The snare is a little bit too in with the rest of the stuff. So that means we have to level adjust it, but we have two rules to care about. It can't be that much bigger to be close enough to the kick, but it has to be farther away from everything else.
Okay. All right.
You can just look at it right here in this interface. Like you can just change the snare levels until you see it play nice.
Let me see. So that's my clap. Let me go to my snare. Maximus, you disappeared on me.
The clap counts. The clap is part of it.
Okay, so let me. Oops. Trying to select multiple channels here. There we go. And wait, let me get Maximus. You keep disappearing on me. Probably help if I shorten this window. All right, so
There you go.
this right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's higher now, but it's not messing. Yeah, it's not near where the kick is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it exists in its own little lane.
Okay.
So in this sense, we want to consider like what our lanes are.
Okay.
And a lane is a volume plateau. So like a kick is in its lane, it's way up there, and then the snare is in its lane, it's not as high, and then there's lower lanes. And this is a great way to be thinking about it, because ultimately that's what bit depth is. Bit depth is a description of how many lanes you can have of level. I mean, 16-bit, even 8-bit is way more lanes than we're even using right now. But that's the idea of why like the dynamic range, it matters, because it means that you can have more lanes in between shit.
Oh.
And you use those lanes even for individual things, because then it becomes like this hierarchy stuff is like, all right, I have a thing, and then it has layers, and those layers now care about the relationship of priority to the thing, as though that thing were like it's king. Like it's not the kick, but to those layers, it absolutely is the kick.
Okay.
So you can imagine this like fractaline expression of like, okay, there's the big thing, the song, and then there's the layers, the lanes rather, the kick, snares, and whatever. And then there's what's in their little sandwich of layers, like to define them.
Each
And
compartment.
if everything's
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you keep everything within, like, inside the described layers of their item, like if here's the lead and all the layers are within the lead's actual range, it doesn't stray into being part of the pad or part of the kick or something, then what a listener will hear is just complete relationship. They won't hear the layers. It'll sound like it's just one thing.
Okay.
And
So-
things also won't, like, erroneously, like, blend poorly.
Yeah, gotcha. That makes sense. So I'm like in my head, I'm imagining like almost like 5 like tall like Pringles cans, and then in the lowest one is the kick, and you may hear other content. Well, you're gonna hear the bass in that, but yeah, it's king in that Pringles compartment, and then let's just say like the middle or high one, you know, you'll still hear elements of the kick in that one, but the dominant element in that one, let's say a pad in the mid range, it would be king in that one. Is that kind of what you're saying? Like each element, you might hear them bleed into each other's, but whatever element.
Yeah, let's use the Pringles can thing. So, like, in the very beginning, you could think of the whole song as being one big ass Pringles can, and then you go inside there, and there's just more Pringles cans, and in those are the bass range, the mid range, the ranges of spectrum attachment that we can see.
Yeah.
Probably 6 of them, I guess, but like usually mid, low, mid, high.
Okay.
And then I guess you could think of it as low, mid, high, and then like the high and low of each of those individually. But you know, whatever, 3. And then in those, you get like, okay, I have the kick tube, the bass tube, and like that's basically it. And those, they are higher or lower or bigger. I don't know how you're measuring the comparison between them, but they're different. One of them is the outer one. And then you go to like the mid range, and then there's more tubes. There's this part of the pad, this part of the snare, this part of the kick, this part of the whatever. And some of them are arbitrary, like the genre based musical choices. Like the mid range of the kick is actually king over the mid range of the snare, even though that is like the kick of the snare. The snare's actual fundamental business exists within the mid, the way that the kick's fundamental business exists within the low. But the snare and the kick both exist in the fundamental business of the track. And like we did the hierarchy of, like, we said the lead goes up the harmonic scale, so does the snare. So that means the snare is subservient to the hitting of the kick. And that's going to be true in every range. You go up to like the high frequencies and just billions of tubes, because there's all the bits of the layers, noise and effects and hats and whatever. And in there, visibly the biggest tube is going to be the high end of the kick. And then the next visibly biggest tube is going to be the high end of the snare, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Like visible on like the comparatively skyscrapers surrounded by millions of little towers. And if you arrange your stuff like that, if you keep your things in your tubes, then it'll sound like it, and it'll feel like not necessarily organic. It's not totally the goal, but it'll be the kind of separated and clean that allows you to do all the necessary things to be crazy, loud, and epic.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, it's like as you're sitting here explaining it to me, like I'm seeing it in my mind's eye, like the explanation and stuff. And now I'm hungry for Pringles. So thanks, Seamless.
Hell yeah.
Right. The ultimate stoner food, or is it Doritos? I don't know. No, Funyuns. Funyuns got to be the ultimate stoner food.
Funyuns.
Yeah, Funyuns. Hey, quick question. Are you Pitch reached out to me. It looks like it's on for this year in October. You still going to that? Do you know?
Yep.
Oh, sweet, man. Cool. Yeah. I went to NAMM this year. That was pretty cool.
Oh boy, I've never been to a NAMM.
No, it was my first time. Actually, a lot of the people in this chat were at NAMM as well. I saw Venus Theory was there, Ben Jordan, Sanjay C. I took a picture with them.
Ben Jordan.
Oh, yeah. You said you know Ben Jordan?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. I was going to say he's a very, like, smart technical guy, just like yourself. I was watching something he did the other day. I was like, this guy's like a scientist when it comes to electronic music.
Yeah, he's got a really special grasp on it, especially the musical aspects of it and how it relates to things in a way that I don't, which I appreciate from him.
Oh, so stupid story, but I'll tell it. I didn't know what to say as I walked right up to him, and I saw Venus Theory, and I was like, what am I going to say, right? And the first thought that came into my mind was he always, at the beginning of his videos, he always goes, howdy doody, buckaroonies, right? And have you ever seen any of his content?
Yeah.
Oh, so I walked up to him. I go, how? Except I did a dumb Texas country accent. And I go, howdy doody, buckaroonies. And he's just like turned and looked at me. And I was like, I hope this guy doesn't punch me in the face. And if I walked up to you, I'd have been like, hi, my name's Seamless. You know, that's your intro or whatever. But anyway, I shook his hand. I was like, what's up, man? I watch your channel. I'm Operculum. And so anyway, it was cool. And then, oh man, so you might find this interesting. I don't know if you know about it, but there was a vendor there. They're called GPU Audio, and not too hard to figure out what they're about. They found a way they're working on a way to make synths and effects on a computer utilize a GPU's processing power, sort of like how people mine for Bitcoin. You can use your CPU or GPU, and they are working on that.
Well, that could be cool.
Yeah, dude, that would make everyone's computer just squeeze so much more efficiency out of it than what it's currently doing.
It really would. That's a lot of stuff not being like. I was having this discussion, not really about this, but like just talking about how, because I was setting up a friend's USB audio interface, and they're all the time, oh, you should plug it into the top ones. Those are USB 3, and I'm like, this is USB 2 device, audio device. So I'm plugging in. I'm like, yeah, that'll help. I was just like, I'm so glad I chose to work in audio and not video, because like video games, GPUs, oh my gosh. But like, meanwhile, we're using like 4-decade-old the dawn of digital technology that like most CPUs eat for breakfast and don't even notice.
Yeah.
And you have to like basically try to get yourself to places that use a lot of CPU. But you know, I used to not be able to do that. I used to like, you know, when I did try, I wouldn't come up with enough. But nowadays, oh boy, I would use the hell out of some GPU, like additional things. Like I was doing the string synthesis stuff, and when I got to the point where I realized I would have to like generate hundreds of different convolvers, like in different convoluted samples, and then have them all play all together to make it sound like an actual crowd of thing.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah, not enough power. Seamless trying to do the thing he does where he multiplies times a million. You're like Goku shooting a Kamehameha, and you're like, Kyoken times 20! Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Love doing that shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Shit, what the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, but anyway, I thought that was super cool that they were coming out with that. I was like, I could definitely use that. I know a lot of people who would benefit from that. Let me see. Well, it looks like, we got about 12 more minutes. By the way, I'm gonna definitely re-up on some yo, what's up, Morstapa? He's in the chat. I was telling people if they want to step up their music production skills to do that, we still got like a couple 13 people watching, that if they want to step up their music production skills and kind of fast track that, hiring a mentor who knows what they're doing is one of the best ways to do it. And you're like one of my go-to guys, you know, and definitely you could beat around the bush for years and years trying to find the right direction, but like as you've pointed out in this session that we're doing here, like I probably would have never have realized the mistakes I was making and just kept going along my merry way making music. But it's good to like find your weak points and iron the problems out, so that way you can just get to more advanced things faster. So I always recommend people, like I'm a big believer in like, you know, hiring a coach to make yourself better instead of you know, struggling for years and years and hopefully figuring it out. So
it was funny is that like I personally have never had like direction or I learned basically all of this on my own.
Yeah.
Except for I had piano lessons, a lot of piano lessons.
Yeah.
And you know, I actually did enjoy the part where I struggled along on my own and tried to figure some stuff out. But I have also learned on my way of doing that's almost no one who wants to do that.
Yeah, right,
And-
right. It sounds like a meme. It's like it's like showing Seamless like reading books. It's like spend 10 years. It's like or you always see YouTube comments. It's like no one, absolutely no one, and it's Seamless. It's like Seamless study for this and this and do all this, you know. But
Because I like doing that. I like flailing around into an infinite void as opposed to being particularly boxed. Unless like my literal goal is to be boxed, is to actually do a thing that's been done that is done away to sound away on purpose.
yeah, yeah.
And that's when you need to like stop doing the struggling and then absolutely go find someone who did the thing and knows and why and like how. 'Cause
Yeah.
a super huge part of this stuff is just like the most unfair amount of not intuitive, insofar as what I want to make a song like that sounds like a thing. It's like, and it just sounds like a bunch of instruments in a thing and it's done. And like years of wait, that's not how that's done until you figure out actually getting somewhere with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do enjoy those parts. I'm one of those guys where it's like, you know what, I think some people have a better ability to learn on their own than others, and I'm definitely one of those guys where I don't know. I enjoy reaching out to other people, and I feel like I learn better when I learn from somebody else. I could learn it on my own, but there's multiple ways to get to the same result. But like I said,
Honestly, like for some of this stuff, not so much. Like
no,
everything we were talking about today about the level plateauing for mixing and the mastering, basically flying in the face of popular engineering for people who have won Grammys in the past, but is still nonetheless true.
Yeah.
But no institution or college is going to teach you that.
Oh,
because
okay. Yeah.
This stuff is still very, very new. It's
Yeah.
not the like 500-year-old tradition of like Western musical theory.
Yeah.
Where even if I don't go to a conservatory, I can still become a conservatory-worthy player on my own because there is half a millennia of work that I can pull from. But for this stuff, like we're basically I was joking about audio processing being the dawn of digital level technology. That's because it is.
Yeah.
This stuff was made in the 90s and we really haven't gotten that much better.
Yeah.
We've just gotten faster.
Yeah.
And then synthesis itself, all the stuff and a lot of the processes we're doing is based on things invented in the 80s. And like some of the 70s, a little bit the 60s, and the theremin guy from the 50s. But like that's still blindingly bleeding thin ass edge stuff. It's still, compared to everything else, brand spanking new.
Yeah.
Like how old's a guitar?
God, thousands of years.
Right. So of course someone can like learn that stuff on their own. You could practically just hold your hand out long enough and a guitar will appear there. Like that, like that's just how our history of that is. But for this stuff is not written down anywhere. This stuff, there's no textbook of like professorial history for 100 years that just lets someone have this information.
Yeah.
Which is the part what I mean about it being like an unfair bummer, where that you just not really a reason to arrive logically to some of that stuff.
Oh,
just like
okay.
it is for the musical things. Like
Yeah.
the theory, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter what logic is. It's all written down. We're algorithmically recreating classical giants because that's how hard they wrote everything down.
Yeah. That
We're not there yet for Zed.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it's kind of like what's going on now is just trailblazers in this field, because it's like an undiscovered path and kind of everyone's kind of
almost all of it is. Like
Yeah,
it feels so done, really. Like for people who are newer, like growing up in it, like even since the late and early 90s, like it feels like it's been happening forever and therefore has the same body of work that like music theory does. And you can just go at it like a skill like that. But even though like in 10 years we might not even utilize computers the same way we do because someone came up with something better than the architecture of silicon we've been using for 30.
Yeah, true.
And then all of this goes out the window. Like FL. Let's stare at FL for a second and figure out what we're actually looking at. Like open up the playlist for a second.
Okay.
And open up the mixer and put it kind of at the bottom. All right. We're looking at an Excel spreadsheet right now.
Okay. Oops, where'd the damn mixer go? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
That's just how this is. That's how literally all DAWs are. It's basically the same kind of code that makes Microsoft Excel work. Instead of like you can see like all the times and grids and positions and labels and cells and types.
Mm-hmm.
And maths and connections and routes and codes for creating new ones. Like, it's impressive shit. And I'm not ragging on any of this, but we have to think about how hilariously old just the thought of this is. Not even talking about how old it is that the mixer itself is based on hardware, mixer architecture.
Mm-hmm.
But other DAWs are like this too. Basically, every DAW that's track-based is still the same. Like they call it a linear editing, a non-linear editing. I forget which one it is, but it's like so basic that's how they're describing it, you know, about linearly or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing an explosion in like hardware in a new way. Like I have a Machine Plus. I don't remember what they call it, but the one that's standalone, like full computer in a device standalone.
Yeah.
And it like, what's interesting is that you'd think that we'd been doing that for longer, and really we have. Like before DAWs were a thing, keyboards were where you went to do anything. If you wanted to be an electronic music producer, you went and got the beefiest, bestest keyboard you can afford.
Mm-hmm.
And within it, it would have all the same arrangement, basically sequencer shit, like the way that stuff worked, and patterns and whatnot. And FL is based on that, like that's why it's all in beats and steps. But that's sort of the point, is that DAWs are digitized versions of what those keyboards came up with. And way bigger and more advanced because it's based on the computer architecture that like just hardware couldn't keep up with until now. Now we're at the point where you can smash a whole computer's worth of DAW into a box way smaller than those keyboards.
Yeah.
And I a little don't see how PC architecture DAWs survive that. Like I don't see how we don't go back to having studios be fully hardware integrated. Like that's when that happens. Because the value of digital and the PC being the way it is that it gets you to these results that you get access. But like we're bleeding edge a lot. Like, you know, freaking Maddie and Skrillex are not that far from each other, which really shouldn't be possible in a matured like artistic medium. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
But that happens because the person who's brand new and just touches a thing actually is pretty well guaranteed to do something that literally has never been done before. And that's true about everyone listening to this. It's true for you. Like even this thing that we're looking at right now, despite being like you know, all the numbers are right, but it's something that hasn't been done before. And it's strange to point that out as something that's you know, relevant when like, let's see, like 150 years ago, the idea of a person just originally generating music would be crazy. Like that's why they'd be exalted as ludicrous composer types, because everyone else, the way that you experienced music was to learn how to play sheet music.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting, definitely, and like things are just getting smaller and faster, and it's almost like the rug is being pulled out from underneath our feet.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a big constant tumble, right? And for me, growing up with computers at that era, right, the 90s era where Excel was new, and then this software comes out, it was almost like it was made literally for me. And that it basically was. My actual generation of people came right before, like right after really, literally, the people who made this piece of software. So then, but the future gen, the people who are like mastering TikTok right now, which is like I can't even look at, like that you know, who the hell knows what kind of production they're going to get up to, and if they're even going to support like something as immobile as a PC DAW. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny you talk about this. I haven't really put too much thought into it, but that is definitely like it's like what's coming around the corner, you know. It's like, man, it's I feel like some big paradigm shifts in how music's created, and you know what's coming up, you know. It's we've been so used to making music this way.
Yeah. Well, what's good about this, though, is that with all the examples I gave just about the ancient history of stuff and the future of stuff, the ancient history is still here. There are still people playing guitars. There's still piano music. There's still the 80s hardware life. There's still the 90s big studio hardware life.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in the future, with whatever the fuck they bring, like this FL DAW based life will also still be there.
It's like the
It'll-
fundamental.
Right. It's
Yeah.
all harmonics and nonsense.
Yeah, yeah.
And that, sure, which is good because it means that like you don't got to worry about like wasting effort, which is like in my mind the only reason anyone cares about this kind of thing, like that like kind of trend chasing stuff where it's like I really would like to be good at a thing, but I don't want to be good at a thing that won't exist tomorrow.
Yeah.
It will exist.
Yes, indeed. Let me see. Well, we're at the hour mark, so I guess we're about closing up time. But I just wanted to see if there's any last little tidbits of things you had to say about this track before we closed it off.
Sure. So
Anything
like
that
I was
could help?
saying, the goal of the mixing stuff they were doing is to get the smash to act and behave a certain way. And now that you've done this, what you'll see when you go look at the mastering is even without doing a hell of a lot of like actually just go look at the master band of the Master Maximus and play just parts.
Okay.
Okay. So check out this visual here.
Yeah.
That right there, like when I look at this, I describe two parts of it. I call it drums and content. And it should be pretty clear the difference between them. The drums are the biggest, most obviously visible peaks, and then the content is like where it starts to look like the compressed, what would be the sausage.
Yeah.
And the goal now is to smash it all the way up till the content is at 0.
Okay.
And everything else after that is about how to deal with having done that. And what kind of curvature, what kind of timing, what kind of alteration on the timing, and what kind of like band splitting post crap, if that's going to be a thing you do. I a lot of those techniques are super cool to think about, but I just don't want to do them if I don't have to.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
But I will at least so try that. Just try doing it and observe a particular consequence. Just smash up the pre-gain until like the content's at 0.
Okay.
Keep going. Yep. More. Right there. Yep.
Okay.
So that got gnarly,
Yeah.
and the ungnarling of it is going to be about changing the release and the sustains that behave, but also changing the relationship with 0 up there. So right now we have a flat line, but do we really want that line to be flat? And the answer is no, we don't. We want to actually have that last point be up a bit to represent not using a limit, to represent using like a ratioed compressor. Try that out. Just do that. It's going to let it clip, basically. That's the thought. The point. The last point in the graph.
Okay.
Green line.
So like do like that?
Not with the curve, and also taller.
Taller. Okay. Like right about
All
there.
right. Right. So yeah, and then now engage the threshold on the saturator dealy.
Okay. Where should I put that at?
Other way, direction, and also thinner. Very
Thin-
very thin.
Okay, like 2-3%.
Totally.
Okay.
And this is the standard configuration of a typical 4 loudness kind of one-shot master chain.
Okay.
And what will change the characteristics of this is how steep that curve, or angle rather, the last point in the graph is. So like how close to 0 is that last point? It'll get more soft smooshy the closer it is to 0, and it'll get more hard louder the closer it is to being just a straight line up to the corner.
Okay. And I guess if I bring this like that, it'll really hit.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, and then going down here is a softer. Yeah.
Now, and then you pick kind of whatever one of those feels okay, and then you start messing with the release and the sustain values to
Okay.
smaller. So
Over
as
here.
small as you can make them both before it starts to be noticeably why it's bad.
Okay. Let me see. Let me find a. So when I go higher, it hits harder. It sounds like it's like some clipping. You know, I know it's not going above. Wait a second. Yeah, it's not going above 0, so it's just not clipping. But when I go down, it has like a. It's softer, but also when I go up here, it's like the tail end of the audio sounds better. But when I go down here, it's like a softer, but the tail end sounds weird.
Yeah, so that's the thing that the timing will fix.
Okay, all right. Where would you recommend I put this then?
Probably around 3.
3? Okay, all right. Okay, and then what would you like me to do next?
Primarily release times, just go down. Just keep slowly going down while you're hearing it, and just hear how it changes.
Okay. So I'll be honest, I'm having a hard time hearing the effect that is having on it.
Really?
Yeah, let me try it again here. I'm gonna close my eyes and do it this time. So
Well, here, put a complete flat limit on. Let's just take the saturation out of the equation for a second.
Okay.
And do the experiment.
It seems like it's getting louder on the end.
It is.
Okay.
So visually, we can sort of see why this is the case. So basically, what's happening is that when you make it faster, it does its job compressing faster, which means that more of it spends more time closer to 0 dB, and that you literally feel that as being because more energy is there on average. It's louder.
Okay.
And the consequence of this though is that it distorts. They straight up will distort. That's a millisecond value that timing is related to, and the smallest value we can get to is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be doing that. And so the thought here is you want to find the right individual setting that doesn't that gets whatever texture you want, and then also play around with that leveler, the green line that points position up there, and some combo of that with the saturator, with the compressor, with the level adjustment, at the gain. It will get you the master that feels right for the balance for the stuff that you got.
Okay.
And when that happens, then you want to just kind of be like, yes, this is good. And then you start making whatever fixes or changes to the tone of your song in the mix with the compressor on. Just let it be on.
Okay.
That's another piece of advice from the old world where they would be like, no, don't do that. But you kind of need to do that for this. You just aren't going to know how it's going to perform.
I like how you put almost like you like do this like voice impression of like somebody from like the 16th century. No, don't do that.
Yes. I am Sir Reginald D, like someone with a Z in name. I'm the first DJ.
Off with his damn
I've
head.
come from the back in time to ask you, what is that bass?
What is this nonsense? Damn you! Is this witchcraft you're performing?
Where's the windmill powering this?
And where are the broads and beer? I need some titties.
Precisely.
Yeah, precisely, exactly. Yeah, man. I guess I feel like this is something where I'm gonna have to rewatch this video to really wrap my head around it. I'm gonna just have to study it more to really grasp it and practice this to really get better at this, But yeah, man.
This is the flavor.
What did you say?
I said this is the flavor.
Yes, indeed. Well, anyway, man, I appreciate you helping me, and I think this was the last of the sessions that I had, so I'll have to re-up with you.
Lucky you. There's a sale happening, and the way that's working, because there's information out there right now on the video, but I have actually changed it since then. Okay. So here's the updated one, which is the price for the first lesson is $50, and then after that, the next 2 lessons are also $50 together for 50, so it's 25 each.
Okay.
And then after that, you get 3 lessons for 1, and then you get 4 lessons for 1, and then you just stay at 4 lessons. So then, if you get to that tier, or if you get to that point, then forever, $50 gets you 4 lessons.
Oh, $50, 4 lessons. That's a pretty sweet deal. So
Right. After you do one lesson at 50, and then 2 for that same for the next 50, and then 3 for the next 50, and then 4 for the next 50, and then it's just 4 forever.
nice, man. I'll definitely jump on that. So, and then yeah, just keep doing this. This my goal for this year and for actually like the next, like I don't know how long, like next couple of years is just to really fine tune. I'm trying to work on the mixing and mastering area of the of my production level. So just kind of focus on that and get better at that and just keep going and build upon the lessons each day. So anyway, but yeah, man, I appreciate it. I'll reach out to you and let you know when I'm ready to make that perch. So
Heck yeah, man.
cool, man.
Go forth and make dope beats.
For sure. All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you later, man. Have a good one.
You too. Later.
Peace. All right, y'all. Will, thanks for sticking through and watching that. That's kind of my process of how I go about getting better at music production. A lot of it is like over the top of my head and whatnot. I can see if anybody submitted music here. I had this scheduled for today and I forgot it was running over. But like I said, if y'all want to like step up your music production, Seamless is a pretty good guy to watch. He's taught me a lot. I know some people use different programs and whatnot, but obviously he's a really smart guy, and yeah, he's helped me in a lot of areas. But as you can also see, like when you reach out to somebody who just knows as much as he does, it's like, oh man, it just goes to show me how much I don't know and how much I can improve. So like I said, man, I'm always trying to get better at this. But let me get back to the music, because I'm sure we've had some people come in and submit some stuff. Yeah, hopefully that was good for y'all and y'all can learn some things from it. But Seamless is a cool guy, and his prices aren't too bad. So $40, I think you pay $50 at first and then it becomes $40. So like I said, I always reach out to him and hire him. So let's see here. We got Rich Major. I'll go ahead and get your play here.
Rich Major 100.
Destructo, I don't know if you're here still, but good seeing you, man. Later, band. Thanks for coming through, man. I'll holler at you about the vocal track idea that I was talking about. So,
Look, listen. Greatest rapper alive. I skin you niggas
yeah,
alive. Swear you niggas
I'm doing back to the music review. I had to take a little time there for the lesson, but yeah, we're back to the music.
be pussy, you only got 9 lives. Subtract 4 and then I'll leave you with 5. Take 2 and now you niggas got stripes. Couldn't do it better than me if it was a game called life. Roll the dice and now you paying the price. Rather get shot in my back than get stabbed with a knife. Slap the words out of your mouth like you got a typo. I'ma always chase his bread like one of Jesus' disciples. Get that boy tummy tuck, they think he getting lipo. Can't even keep up with a nigga like me. Gotta use nitro, ain't no need for speed. Just that place for kids. I stand on 10 toes on the things I believe. Nigga try to play with me, then you get stuck when you reach. Niggas be false prophets, they don't even learn what they teach. Rather poison communities and fake what they preach. But fuck it, this shit get worse than ether. Like the muscle under your bed, worse than Jeepers Creepers. Turn your ass into a Chris, make you a Jesus believer. They throwing bullets at me, I catch it from the receiver. Went back and forth in Italy. Hey Mona Lisa, you can't run without Caesar. It's that type of shit that you gotta miss without season. Better come correct before you get twisted for no reason. I'm ruthless, I'm going stupid. I pick you just with a toothpick. This that type of shit that make you question if love got a cupid. Nigga, fuck. Oh my god, bro.
I'll play it if it didn't. Fractal.
The nigga not a problem. Lift him off his feet and execute in Americana. I've been a monster. Been a while since I felt the conscience. The future meek make you niggas weak to your stomach. You feeling nauseous. You gon' throw up when I'm throwing down. That's the difference. It's hard for them to stomach witnessing a perfect finish. Laid it on my feet, smoother than a pilot. You not capable of violence. Play the air raid sirens. Dropping bombs on niggas' heads all summer. I'll go to war in a Humvee, not a Hummer. I guess we built different. different. Can't afford one of yours trying to abort mission. He couldn't take the blow, but be engaged in hand to hands and elbows. That's drug talk. Clutching our mic in your shirt as you hear the plugs talk. Road runners turn to prey when the lions stalk. Killers getting killed when the lines get chalked. Niggas getting back for bodies in body bags. Sign a death certificate when they tie on the toe tag. Brought a chopper from the Khyber just to hear it blast. Took the ring from the lords, they couldn't get a pass. It's so sad to see my enemies clicking over my masterpiece. Marquis de Sade had to meet some of his sadist needs, and I don't blame him. Take these rap niggas' innocence, I don't have to shame them. You know it's pain when I make them change their name and they quit rapping cause they only did this shit for fame. Shit's a damn disgrace, turned genocidal, exterminating the rapper race. I won't wait for your reprisal, nigga.
Man, that track was fire. That was real good. I like that. The sample was dope. The rap was hella good.
Toes on the things I believe. Nigga try to play with me, they doing bullet and love got a cupid. Nigga, fuck.
Got a problem. Let them off his feet and execute in Americana. I've been a monster. Been a landed on my feet, smoother than a pilot. You not capable of clutching a mic and over my masterpiece. Mark.
I love it, man. I love it. It just has a nice sound to it, man. I love the flow. Definitely has like a East Coast feel to it.
East de Sade had to meet some of his sadist needs, and I don't.
This is like intelligent, like hip hop. And when I mean intelligent, I'm talking like it's you got your party music, right, which is necessary. You got to party, right?
Blame them. Take these rap.
But this is like talking about life, and that's not like, because I called it intelligent, is not a knock to other forms of hip hop. It's just like
niggas innocence, I don't have to shame them. You know it's pain when I make.
Like there's genres called intelligent drum and bass. There's IDM, which stands for intelligent dance music, which sounds kind of weird. And you just got dance music, right? But it's talking about like just like life in general and stuff. And I think I may have just created a new genre of hip hop. I don't know. But anyway, or label for hip hop. But
change their name and
yeah, man, I like this stuff. This is definitely cool, man. I like it a lot. It's got a nice sound. I like there's something that touches your soul in a different way when you're listening to music like this, you know. So I turn up though. I listen to party music as well, you know. But like this stuff right here is like methodical, like deep thought, just like riding. Kind of let your mind at ease and just listen to the beat and hear people talking about life, you know. So I like it. I like it a lot. Good stuff, man. Let me get Fractal because he was asking about it. Let's do this one, Kaleidoscope. It's no biggie. Yeah, I'm back to the music now. Yeah, the lead's not obnoxious. I like the pads, they sound good. And that that hi-hat sounds nice. I like the track, man. This is probably one of your better tracks that I've listened to. It's like a full complete track. I think that's probably one of the best track I've heard from you. The lead wasn't annoying. There's a couple sounds in there that sound like they're fighting with each other, kind of like. There's like a pluck, and then you have like synth chords playing. So it's like you got the like side chain, like like. And then there's this pluck that goes in there too. I think you should take out the pluck because it's in the same frequency area. Kind of like what Seamless was talking about. I can hear it, is that it just kind of makes it muddy. Like there's a pluck in there, and then you got your string, like synthy strings. Just, they're kind of occupying the same spot. I think you should take out those sort of plucks that are there. It's like boom, 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 boom. You know, just leave the strings in there because they're fighting for the same thing, and it makes it sound like they are. It makes it sound like it's the same instrument doing something really weird, right? Because one has one rhythm, and then the other one has a different rhythm. The strings are like wev, 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 and the other one's like boom, boom, boom. So you create this weird confusion for the listener where you have two sounds that sound almost the exact same, but one has one rhythm, one has the other. So what it ends up doing is you have sort of this how do I say it? It just sounds like one instrument doing a whole bunch of weird stuff. So yeah, I would just remove one, and so less clutter, so people can focus on that. But all the other sounds together sound good with it. So that's my suggestion right there. And then you can use that pluck sound somewhere else in the track. You know, I'm not saying totally throw it away, but you know, just utilize it maybe somewhere else. But don't let them play at the same time because they're fighting each other. Morstapa, it's been a while since I've seen you, man. Nah, that's basically all I got for it right now that I could like offer. Or Stopper, you gonna put vocals over this? I know a lot of your stuff that you usually submit has like vocals. Man, I liked it. Let me go back. I like the sound selection in here. You've got a nice sound there, and I can hear there's like a soft, low level pad that very warm mix. A lot of like, it doesn't sound 80s, but the sound selection reminds me of what might be used in like 80s sounds. I can't help but wonder that synth that sort of like low pass filtered saw pluck sound sounds really nice. If I had to guess, I mean, it could be so many different. It either sounds like Vital or Dune. That's what like if I had to take a swing at what synth that is. There's so many synths though that could be. I like that transition where you went from that to like that new sort of thirds, triplets, do. That part. Oh no, interesting. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like parts of U-Jam of like Neverending Story, but like not nearly as like upbeat and happy as Neverending Story. This is more like I don't know, but it kind of reminds me of that sort of sound wise, you know. It's got a nice sound to it, very atmospheric and sort of synth wavy, sort of 80s vibe to it, you know, but it doesn't have that cheesy 80s feel to it, you know. Let's see, who else do we got here? Yeah, you can send remixes. I like how this one takes you on an adventure. It hits real nice and hard. Nice gritty bass there. And then you brought an 808 in. Yeah, nice percussion. And that percussion really sounds really, really good on it. Man, like, I really have not a whole lot to critique about the track. It sounds good. Good sound selection. It's sort of like, it's not like, it's like a standalone beat because it's just like complete upon its own. I don't really hear like a rapper over this. Sounds like something that could be done in like a Western, or not a Western, like a Middle Eastern like movie. Like if they made like a new Brendan Fraser movie, like The Mummy or something. Or just like, I could see this in some like Netflix film or something like that, where like the action scene or something crazy happening. It's a cool track, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see, what else? Take an Attack. This reminds me of a lot of mustard. Yeah, you're right, Lennon. There's a lot of mustard. that's the funniest description of a sawtooth I've ever heard. Very. This must be one of your shit posts right here. This reminds me of the DJ Uhura remix for some reason. It reminds me of the Cool Mr. Croc remix. What a weird vocal sample you chose. This is an interesting project you have there. Oh, it's Peasin in Second Attack. Interesting. Very interesting. Beans. It's one of those tracks where I think it's like, I don't think there's any critique I can offer it because I think it's perfect the way it is. I'm gonna get Fi World real quick because he's new here. Let's see what he's got. Oh, he did? Nice.
Whoa! From afar, so damn fine, we even had a spar. Prettiest smile that I've ever seen. Feeling good, fresh like evergreen. The day that I met you, felt like a movie scene. I wish I never met you. When you left, it's like a bloody scene. You ain't kill me with a gun or a knife. I just want you to know you killed me twice. It started with that heartbreak, leading to the hard days. I couldn't take it anymore. Too many meds, I'm on the floor. Why is my heart in the morgue? Feeling numb to the core. Too many drugs, my soul absorbed. You gotta have yourself, you can't trust nobody else. Your friend could be a demon that escaped the battle hell. It's a war zone. Bang, 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 bang. Going on in my head. Bang, bang, bang. It's a war zone. Bang, bang, bang. Going on in my head. War zone. Bang, bang, bang. Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. I'm too gone. I'm too gone. I'm only seeing red. I'm only seeing red. I'm only seeing red. Yeah, it's fight time. Bitch, I'm getting fancy and I'm sipping on that white wine. I won't even last a lifetime. I already know. I don't wanna die young. I can't die young. I don't wanna die now. I don't wanna die now. I saw you looking at me from afar. So damn fine, we even had a spar. Prettiest smile that I've ever seen. Feeling good, fresh like evergreen. Legends never die, that is just a lie. Legends die young, they will be here for the fight. I'm killing any demon that I can see inside. I'm trying to last as long as I can in this life. Heart is freezing cold. My heart needs a coat. Heart lost in the snow. Can you give my heart a coat? I said, why is it so cold? Got me searching through the snow. Firework.
Yeah. It's Fi World. Sounds like a. Oh, what the hell? I can't play it back. But anyway, nice track there. I'm gonna be honest, my ears are starting to have a little fatigue, so this will be the last one. Is by Morstapa that I'm gonna play here, and then I'll be done for today, and then we'll be back at it for next week. But yeah, I've been streaming for like going on 4 hours, so I'm reaching that point of beat fatigue. But yeah, man, we'll play this one and call it a day. Let's hear it. Now this sounds like the Morstapa I know. pretty nice. I like that a lot. What I would expect from Morstapa, he makes. There's just an awkward part here that kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, it's back further. Right there. It was a little awkward, but I now I listen to it, I see what you're doing. I thought it was going to be like a longer pause and then come back, but yeah, it sounded weird to me for a second. Anyway, not bad. Yeah, Morstapa, another track without Morstapa vocals, but it sounds good. Very soundtracky sounding, you know, and going also for that kind of warm soundtrack sound that you did before. It sounds good. Very, like, it makes me think of like a dark sky with stars in it. So let me see, I'll do this last one by Second Attack at the shitpost, and then we out. Sounds like bees being chased by electronic bees because you were fucking with the bee nest. Yeah, man. But anyway, well, thanks guys for coming through and submitting your music, and hopefully it was things to be learned here, and Seamless was helpful as usual. So reach out to Seamless if you want to step up your music production game, especially in electronic music. He's super helpful. He's got me to where I'm at with music, and smart dude. So anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.